But we're looking for our young men to just compete and compete with great effort. And when you've not had a whole lot of success in the past, confidence is an issue, and you can't. Confidence is something that you have to develop, and the best way to develop confidence is to just play with great effort, and then good things usually happen, and then you see the benefit of that effort, and you gain confidence. So that's what we're looking for tonight.
Well, hopefully we'll see a lot of those gains in confidence tonight. Coach, good luck. Thanks for joining us, and go get them.
All right, thank you.
Be anywhere, learn everywhere. Experience online learning with one of the first accredited virtual charter schools in Kansas, Smoky Valley Virtual Charter School right here in Lindsborg. We offer courses for traditional students grades 6 through 12, as well as adult and part-time programs. Advisors will guide you through a dynamic and engaging curriculum from a highly respected program. Learn more at smokyvalley.org.
Need a reliable workhorse for your property? Meet the John Deere 5E Series tractors from Prairie Land Partners. Whether it's working fields, hauling loads, or clearing roadsides, the 5E delivers the power and versatility you need, all in one machine. And there's never been a better time to buy. Get a $2,250 implement bonus and save with cash discounts over $6,000. Offer ends October 25th, 2024. Some restrictions apply. See Prairie Land Partners for details.
Prairie Land Partners.
Hi, this is Kurt Marshall. Bank of the Plains is committed to providing high-quality financial services while maintaining the highest standards of integrity, customer service, and professionalism. Our dedicated team in Salina values our relationships with you and welcomes the opportunity to earn your business, trust, and friendship. Stop in and see us at 1900 South Ohio in Salina. Bank of the Plains, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. So like your first dream home? Yep, their agents can help you bundle and find the right home policy at the right price. Now that's the dream. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Visit your local American Family Insurance agent, Steve Barr, at 807 North Main, McPherson.
Welcome back into the Midway Motors Drive to the game as Larned and Smoky Valley look to kick things off for the 2024 season. We're now here to talk with head coach of the Larned Indians. That's Brady Keith. So, Coach, you come into this season up against Smoky Valley for week 1 on the road. First of all, how has practice been for you guys to start off the season, and what are you looking forward to the most?
Well, we've gotten off to a really good start. We've increased our numbers this year, which is always pretty exciting. You know, we had some success last year, and just the town in general is pretty excited about football, and so that's a pretty awesome thing to see. You know, the little kids are involved, and you know, really just looking forward to seeing what this group can do. They're very talented. And so, you know, we're looking forward to being able to play our first game tomorrow night and kind of see what we're made of.
You come off of a 6-3 season, and you come in possibly being one of the better teams in the state. So, and especially that comes with a lot of experience that comes back. So, how experienced is this group coming into this season, and how important is that going to be?
Well, they're pretty experienced. You know, especially our offensive line. You know, we had to replace one guy. From last season, we had to replace Michael Graff, which I don't know if replace is a word I like to use because Michael Graff is such an awesome young man. But Kyler Green is a sophomore, and he stepped into that role. And so bringing back lots of experience up front. And we've just been telling the boys over and over again, you know, don't be paying attention to any kind of hype or anything because we haven't played our first game yet. And we haven't done anything yet. So it's just about not falling in love with yourself and making sure that we set the tone game 1.
You also bring back a senior and your starting quarterback in Carson Shaver. How important is he going to be?
Oh, he's going to be – I think he's going to have a huge year. Just really excited for that young man. I mean, he's got a great opportunity to hopefully run for 1,000 yards. And on top of that, you know, he's an awesome leader. He does everything right. You know, we're definitely going to mix him next year, you know, but we're going to really enjoy him while we have him this year.
You have Smoky Valley in week 1. So what have you seen from them so far, and how do you look to get a win in week 1?
You know, that's Smoky Valley is always an extremely well-coached team. I have a lot of respect for Coach Lambert and what he does over there. So, and just looking at the Jamboree film, they're well-coached. They know their responsibilities on offense and defense, and they do those things. And they were a really young team last year, so they have a little more experience to them this year. And we expect them to have improved, just like we think that we've improved. And so we expect a pretty good ball game.
All right, Coach, really appreciate your time. We wish you the best of luck, not just today, but for the entire season. And thank you so much for taking the time.
Yes, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
That's head coach Brady Keith of Larned High School. We'll give you more coming up in the Midway Motors Drive to the Game as we bring you more high school football action on Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
More of the Midway Motors Drive to the Game coming up. Find exclusive Viking content online at astraradio.com, including schedules, stories, and game day audio. Midway Motors, for every mile of life.
We are Hometown Office with Big City Technology. Hi, I'm Dr. Brian Kinniston with McPherson Dental Care. Whether you just need your teeth cleaned or advanced periodontal care like laser treatment and cancer screening, dental implants, or Invisalign, at McPherson Dental Care, our friendly, experienced staff and relaxing atmosphere will make your visit a pleasant one. New patients are always welcome online at McPhersonDentalCare.com. McPherson Dental Care, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch.
I'm Adam.
And I'm Devin.
Together we are Stomatic of Central Kansas.
With a new location at 209 North Main in downtown McPherson. We are here to help, offering water, fire, and smoke restoration, mold remediation, carpet and upholstery cleaning, as well as hard surfaces like tile and even grout cleaning. Don't forget about the places you can't see, like air ducts and dryer vents. Find us on Facebook or online at stomaticofcentralks.com for a free estimate to see how Stomatic of Central Kansas can help you.
Oh, and honey, don't forget.
Call Stomatic, you'll be ecstatic.
At Midway Motors, we are here for you for every mile of life. Whether you're shopping for a new or used vehicle or selling one, Midway Motors will buy your vehicle even if you're not in the market to buy one of ours. Just stop by one of our 5 locations and one of our appraisers will evaluate your vehicle and you can leave with a check the same day. It's fast and easy. Visit MidwayMotors.com for more information. Midway Motors, for every mile of life.
Even when you know the end is near, saying goodbye can be difficult. Hospice and Home Care of Reno County can help your family. Focus on making the time you have left the best it can be, whether it's at home, in a nursing facility, or in the comfortable atmosphere of Hospice House. The hospice staff will help guide you through those difficult decisions. Hospice and Home Care of Reno County, your local not-for-profit agency, serving a 50-mile radius of Hutchinson, a member of Hutchinson Regional Healthcare System.
Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
And from the Midway broadcast booth, this is Viking football and Smoky Hills Rock 95.5. Welcome back, like we said, to another exciting season of football here at Smoky Valley. And, of course, tonight we've got Smoky Valley Larned lined up for you. And we've got a really good team last year in Larned that comes in. I mean, they were 6-3 last year. You heard Coach Keith there talking about his team during the pregame. Jason, you want to talk a little bit about this squad?
Yeah, for Larned, as you mentioned, Coach was talking about Carson Shaver. He is a guy that just makes the team go. Last year versus Smoky Valley, he was 3 for 3 passing, 39 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Combine that with 13 rushes for 134 yards and 1 touchdown. Overall, last year, he went ahead and threw 20 for 46, passing 274 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Rushing, Carson Shaver also was dominant in the backfield there, rushing the football as well. 91 carries for 449 yards and 4 touchdowns. As we mentioned, Smoky Valley last year 1-8 on the season, but in 22-23 they were 4-5 and were ready to kind of get back to winning ways here at Smoky Valley. And last season, as we mentioned, Larned won 38-0. But 2 years ago, Smoky Valley won here in Lindsborg, 46-12. Some last season stats for Smoky Valley at quarterback was Ty Heitschmidt, 21 for 54 passing last year, 203 yards and 1 touchdown. Leading the way, rushing for Smoky Valley, Gavin Stambaugh with 111 carries, 578 yards rushing, and 6 touchdowns. His backfield mate, Zeke Baker, with 95 carries and 363 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns last year. Just nice to see those underclassmen become upperclassmen this year, and as we mentioned in the pregame a little bit earlier, Zeke Baker, Ty Heitschmidt, and Gavin Stambaugh all returning this year as well for Smoky Valley.
And just a reminder, thanks to Mike Rose and all that he does, you can join this game on live.smokyvalley.org. If you happen to be there, you can see the live stream as the Vikings take the field now. Carrying the wood out here, Gio Luis, one of those upperclassmen, one of those guys that's going to be counted on to do a lot for this year's team. So we'll send it back to the studios, and we'll be back with a little bit more pregame right after these messages.
We got more of the Midway Smoky Hills, Watt 95.5.
At McPherson College, you bring the dream, we'll assemble the team. Your experience as a Bulldog student-athlete includes a team of coaches and professors dedicated to your success. McPherson College is home to KCAC champions, NAIA All-Americans, and champions of character. We're also home to some of the lowest student debt and highest career outcomes in Kansas. It's a great day to be a Bulldog. Learn more at macbulldogs.com.
Hi, I'm Carly Sutton with First Bank Kansas, where we're committed to making your home a reality. Picture this, your dream home perfectly within reach. With our flexible and affordable home mortgage options, we're here to turn
performed by the Mighty Viking Pep Band under the direction of Mr. Adam Keller. visitors from Larned this evening for the first Central Kansas League game of the season. Officials for tonight's game: Kyle Burnett, Ben Schraub, Isaac Rockelman, Don Zimmerman, and Skylar Hill. And into the middle for tonight's coin toss.
Smoky Hills Rock 95.5. And welcome back to the Midway Motors broadcast booth. Doug Schneider here, joined by Jason Schneider as we get ready to kick off the 2024 football season here. Beautiful night in the valley. Man, you couldn't ask for a better opening night here. The weather is amazing. There's hardly any wind at all. If there is, it's maybe blowing from north to south just a smidge, but we're down in the 70s. I got 79 right now for our kickoff temp. Jason, I mean, it's going to be a heck of a year. Got a young Viking team that's a little more advanced, a little older than they were last year. Got an opportunity here to come out against a quality Larned High School football team.
Exactly. It's you've practiced all summer for this moment. You've practiced against your own team. Any of us athletes from previous days know there's just something special about opening night and being able to compete against somebody else with your fellow classmates and just have that opportunity to represent your high school, to represent your town. And football season has started for everybody besides high school football. You have the college teams start last week. You have the Chiefs play last night, and now we're ready for some high school football.
And speaking about starting, let's talk about the starting lineups tonight. The defense for Larned: number 3, strong safety Deacon Martin, 6'3", 170 senior. Number 21, David Colglazer. He's going to be at linebacker, 6'1", 180. Also at linebacker, Jimmy Gardner, 5'10", 220. Dalen Rasmussen, 6 foot 170. Cooper Rasmussen, 6'1", 170. At free safety, Mason Miller, number 10, 6 foot 175. Carson Shaver at corner, 6 foot 165. Tristan Reagan, 6'4", 175 at the other corner. Angel Bowersocks, Carter Crosby, and Michael Wilder across the front line. For the Vikings across the line, Gio Luis, 6 foot 200. Gabe Baker, 6'2", 280. Brock Gingler, 5'10", 210. Corbin Pywell, 6 foot 270. Connor Smith Bolin, 5'8", 215. Christian Ryan at tight end, 6'5", 190. Torrin Miller at the other tight end, 6 foot 215. Jack Opat, 6'1", 185. The kickoff is on the ground. Vikings take it at their own 20, still trying to get on it. Stanbaugh, he picks it up, starts his run. He's going to make it out to about the 22-yard line. That'll be where the Vikings start their offensive possession to begin this 2024 campaign. The remainder of the backfield at running back, Gavin Stanbaugh, leading rusher last year for the Vikings. Zeke Baker at fullback, and Ty Heitschmidt back from the injury, the junior, back there with 2 seniors in that backfield, ready to get this season underway. They are going to mark the ball at the 23-yard line, so that's where Smoky will start this at their first possession of the season. Vikings come out with a 2-set backfield right here, an I formation, receivers on either side. Larned player up to the line. They're going to call the Vikings for motion out of the gate there. Little quick as he came up, and showing the blitz there was number 12, Dalen Rasmussen for Larned, able to get one of those Vikings to jump offside. And again, just kind of a little geared up and ready to go out there. Corbin Pywell, again, one of those seniors ready to get after it and ready to play. Under center again, Heitschmidt. I formation, handoff given to the tailback, Stanbaugh. He's going to be wrapped up at the 17, going to be a loss of 1. First penalty for the Vikings there, that dive play that Coach Lambert loves, really requiring guys to get a hat on a hat, make a play. On that particular situation, Stanbaugh bottled up in the backfield for a loss of 1. That's going to bring up 2nd and 16 now after that 5-yard penalty to open the game.
And that time, Kyler Green went right around his guy and got to tackle in the backfield for Larned.
Vikings out in their bone formation this time. Wishbone look, turn, fake the handoff, going to look on the outside. Heitschmidt rolling to his right, sees a man up the field, fires, and the ball is going to be incomplete. Couldn't quite tell. Was that, I think that was Zeke Baker in the route right there. Number 8, Baker. Excuse me, that was number 8, Torrin Miller. I'm sorry, number 8, Torrin Miller out there in the route. He had a couple of people in the route that time and chose to go to Miller. He had Ollie Boffman coming off the line there as well. Number of players are going to sub into this game for the Vikings here along the way. Really got a lot of young guys that are hungry and ready to play. 3rd and 16 now for the Vikings, this time coming out in a shotgun formation. Trips right. Heitschmidt takes the snap. He's going to turn, give the ball this time to Baker up the middle. Nice gain, but it's going to be short. Gets it back up almost to the original line of scrimmage, so Baker picks up about 5 on that play, maybe 6. I think they're going to mark him at the 22. That's going to bring up a 4th and 11 for Smoky Valley. And that's going to be our first chance to see this punting unit here on a 3 and out here on that opening drive. And again, one of those things Coach worries about, turnovers, penalties. We had a penalty there on the first play of the game. A little late getting one of the players out there into the formation as they try to break the huddle now with about 8. Going to have to rush here a little bit to get this kickoff. Clock already down to 4 here on the play clock. 3. They do get it snapped. Punt there by Heitschmidt. He drives it deep. It's going to be taken at the 45-yard line. Back there is number 2, Carson Shaver. Shaver's still with the ball across the 50, and he's going to be tackled at the 48 by a host of Vikings. Looks like leading the charge in there was, I think, number 67, Giovanni Luis with the tackle. And that'll be the first possession now for the Larned Indians. So they will start their first possession in Smoky Valley territory at the 48. They're going to come out with a bunch formation in the backfield now. Almost their trips look kind of similar to the Vikings' bone formation. Give into the backfield is to number 10 that time. And he is wrapped up quickly with no gain. Handoff there to Mason Miller, the junior, in on the tackle. A number of Viking defenders making that play. Good job there as they ran off the right side and really stood it up. Looked like Zeke Baker was in there, Gia Luis in there. Also number 79, Gabe Baker in there as well to make the tackle. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 for Larned. Still early in this one, 9:40 left to play here in this first quarter. Larned's first possession. This time 1 player deep in the backfield, 2 up. Shaver's going to take it. He's going to keep it himself. He's to the 40. Inside the 40, down at the 38. He's going to be actually going to mark him at the 39. He's going to be just 1 yard shy of the first down. That's going to bring up 3rd and 1. A little bit of an option look there as he comes out. They use those front 2 fullbacks there to kind of lead the charge and be blockers. They have 1 deep player that time. I believe the deep tailback that time again was number 10, Miller. And instead he decided to keep it, and Shaver is able to pick up 9 on the play, bringing up 3rd and 1. Under center, turns, gives to the fullback, right up the middle, going to power it ahead to about the 35-yard line. Number 33 that time on the run, that is Jimmy Gardner. That's going to bring a first down here for Larned as they're down to the 35-yard line here. It's going to be 1st and 10. So again, good ball movement here by Larned on their opening possession. 3 plays, pick up a first down, moving the ball down the field here on a short field after the punt by the Vikings. Again, 3 backs all in a row across the backside there. Shaver's going to turn, give the ball again, this time to Miller. Miller on the near side, taken down, gain of 1. Nice defense by the Vikings, stringing that play out, able to make the play on the outside there. It looks like that's Zeke Baker again. Baker making that play. That'll bring up 2nd and 9 now for Larned. Again, Larned has kept the ball on the ground all of their 4 plays here on this drive, and they're moving the ball slowly and methodically down the field. Again, similar formation. Got the straight line in the backfield there with all 3 backs right across from each other, right behind the quarterback. Shaver takes it. This time he's going to turn and look to pass. Chased by Gio Luis. He goes to the left side. He's across the line. He's down to the 30, the 25, and he's going to be run out of bounds just inside the 20 at the 19. Nice run that time for 15 yards by the quarterback, Carson Shaver.
As we mentioned in the pregame, great with his arm, great with his legs. That time scrambled out to the left side and was able to get a first down right at the Smoky Valley 19.
Yeah, Shaver, good back. Nice. He really does a nice job. And, of course, having that quarterback experience there is big. This time they come out with split receivers, one on either side, actually an inside tight on the left side. Going to be a turn and give this time to number 21. That looks like it was David Colglazier on the run that time. Just off the right tackle, he's going to pick up 2, maybe 3 on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 8.
That time ran up the middle and tackled by Gio Luis right there on the gain for about 2 yards for Larned.
Yeah, really depending upon that front line there. And they're a big-size front line, 225, 260, 234 at center, 273, and 325 Carter Crosby. 3 receivers in this formation. Turn, going to give it again, this time to number 12. Up the middle, and he's going to be across the 10, down to the 9. That's Dalen Rasmussen. Actually going to mark him at the 8. So that's going to bring up a 1st and goal here for Larned. Again, so far, every play a run play. Started at the Viking 48-yard line. 7 plays in now. This is getting ready to be their 8th.
A great job by Jack Opat, just holding on for the tackle, as we mentioned, down at the 8-yard line for Larned.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. I formation in the backfield. Turn, gives the ball again this time to Rasmussen, and he's going to pick up about a yard on the play before he's stopped abruptly by that Viking defense. Crew Elliott able to step in there and finishing him off. Gabe Baker. Elliott got low. Baker got high. Able to come in and make that play. Looks like they gave him about a gain of 2. Going to mark him down at the 6-yard line. Working on stats up here as well as Jason, and it's a daunting process. I think he's got it going right now. Not an easy process at all.
It's opening day for the statistician as well.
So the 9th play of the drive now, under center again is number 2, Shaver. Quick pass this time to the outside, going to be caught. Defense was there quickly, and they're going to take him down. First guy there was Andrew Lockard, and then I believe Gavin Stambaugh in to finish the play off, but the ball's caught on the near side by Tristan Reagan. Just a really quick pitch out there from the quarterback Shaver out to Reagan. Almost a little bubble screen, and the Vikings read that quickly, able to get out and make the play. Like I said, one of the early ones there was Lockard, and then a number of Vikings coming in to help out. Gio Luis in there as well.
With 5 minutes and 13 seconds left in the first quarter, this becomes a very big play for Smoky Valley.
Big play, but they're going to mark it at 3rd and 5 or 3rd and goal from the 5. They're going to go, trips to the left, actually dubs to the left, a single receiver to the right. Going to turn and pitch it this time. Ball in the backfield. He's around the outside of the 4 to the 3, and he makes it to the edge and into the end zone. Dalen Rasmussen takes the pitch, gets the edge, and that's the first score of the season here at Smoky Valley, unfortunately, for the Larned Indians.
That time, Dalen Rasmussen just took the pitch, ran around the left side. Great attempt by a Smoky Valley defender, a diving attempt at a stop, and just fell short.
Yeah, really good job of setting the edge there by the Larned offensive line. They did a great job, as well as their tight ends. Back to pass this time, going for 2 is Shaver. He escapes a defender. He's over the 4 to the 3. He's going to reach, and he calls him across the line. He's hit out of bounds a couple of times there, but they said he made it across, and so the 2-point conversion good by Shaver. And with 4:53 left in the first half, it's Larned 8, Smoky Valley 0. We'll be back after this 1-minute timeout.
reduce costly repair bills. Come see the professional service team at Jarrett Automotive to make sure your car is in tip-top condition.
When it's time to give your car some kale, come to Jar. We'll see you there.
Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
And welcome back to the Midway Motors broadcast booth here as the Larned Indians jump up early 8-0. Kickoff here by number 3. Going to drive it deep. This time going to be taken by Lockard down around the 10-yard line. He's going to come to the near side. 15, 20, breaks it across at 25. Ball's out on the ground, and it looks like it might be covered by the Indians. Exactly the thing that Tim Lambert did not want to see happen today was a turnover. Andrew Lockard did a wonderful job on the run there, but the ball was knocked out at the last second, and it's going to end up being Larned football on that play. Let's see if I can catch that here on my recording or my repeat here. Some beautiful blocks. Ball knocked out, looked like by number 1 there, Zev Cox. He gets the ball knocked loose, and on the cover in there, looks like number 62 making the covery there, Mario Rolling, the sophomore, 5'9". So that's an early turnover for the Vikings here on the kickoff. And that allows Larned to have the ball back on the 23-yard line to start this drive. Shaver back to pass. He looks. He's being pursued by Baker. Ball's up over the head, almost intercepted by Lockard. Got a little deep that time for number 10, Mason Miller, and Andrew Lockard was there. Almost had a chance to put the Vikings back in possession of the football. Just escaped his outstretched hands. So again, an early turnover here by the Vikings after giving up a 10-play, about 5.5 minute drive there from Larned. Put that first score on the board. Now they take over here deep in Viking territory at the 23. Shaver turns, gives the ball this time to the fullback. Hard-nosed running, going to take it down across the 20, down to the 19. That run that time by number 33, Jimmy Gardner, as he put his head down and just went to work. It's going to be 2nd and 6 now, or excuse me, 3rd and about, I'd say 5.5, maybe 6 for Larned. Again, continuing to move that football on the ground. All their yardage so far except for a little bubble screen over here due to the run. This time I formation, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Shaver under center, turns, gives the ball this time again to Rasmussen. Rasmussen down near the 15, going to be knocked down at about the 16. That's going to bring up 4th and 3 now for Larned, and an early decision here for Coach Keith. Not sure what the kicking status is here. I think the kicker the last time, is that Shaver that kicked? I think it was. So the quarterback, also the kicker for Larned. So 4th and 3, looks like they're going to go for it here. Play clock down to 10 as they break the huddle. 3 running backs in the backfield. Play clock down to 4. Shaver under, takes the takes the snap. Ball's given to number 31, breaks around the outside. He's going to be down to about the 12. That should be a first down. Nice running that time by number 21, David Colglazier, one of those multiple horses they have in that backfield. So on 4th down, Larned able to pick up the first down. They'll now have it 1st and 10 from the 12.
1st and 10, Indians at the Viking 12-yard line.
Viking defense been out there for a while now. Vikings had the first possession, 3 and out. This is now going to be the 15th play the defense has been on the field. This time, kind of a bone formation here. Going to turn, or inverted bone. Give by Shaver to the first back through. He's going to be taken down at the 9. That run that time by number 10, Mason Miller. Again, mixing up the running backs every single time here. In on that tackle there, looked like Boffman was in there. Again, 3 or 4 Vikings all in on the tackle. Again, leading that charge looked like Torrin Miller that time, Jack Opat, Zeke Baker, all of them in on that tackle. It's going to bring up 2nd and about 7. 2:07 left to play and counting here in this first quarter. Vikings find themselves down early 8-0, and an early turnover now has Larned beaten down the door to score a second time. Give this time across the left-hand side, number 33, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. He's going to take it down to the 2-yard line. Beautiful run that time by Jimmy Gardner, the fullback, just continuing to pound away. That should be a first down again, so that'll be first and goal from the 2 now as we get under 1:40 left to play here in this first quarter. Shaver goes over, gets the play from the sideline. Viking defense needs to stiffen here. 2 yards out, 4 downs to get it. Trips in the backfield again. Shaver under center. Immediately turns, gives again to Gardner across the left side, and he is going to be taken down just short of the goal line on that left side. Nice tackle on that backside there. It looks like it was Gavin Stambaugh making it in there to get that stop. So the Vikings continue to bear down here and try to keep the Indians out of the end zone. As we near 1 minute now here in this first quarter. Larned breaks the huddle. Vikings have really been stunting a lot up in the upper middle there, trying to take away that mid-run. It's going to be a quarterback sneak this time by Shaver, and he's in for the score. So Shaver's going to take it in, the quarterback from 1 yard out, and that'll be Carson Shaver's first touchdown of the year as well. So again, off of the turnover on the kickoff, they take the ball at the 23-yard line. They go 7 plays, 23 yards, and around 4 minutes to put that ball in the end zone for the second score of the game. Larned now up 14-0. 2-point conversion. Going to go a wide receiver here on the right side. That is Tristan Reagan. They go one on the left side. It looks like it is Anthony Gonzalez. Shaver under center. Actually, not quite liking anything here. Looks like play clock. Got to be a delay of game there. Only the second penalty of this game so far. The first one, of course, on the Vikings on that opening drive. First play, actually. Illegal procedure on the opening play. And now delay of game warning or a delay of game call here against Larned on the 2-point conversion. So that's going to move it back. So now it's going to be a 2-point conversion from about the 8-yard line. Shaver in the little pistol formation. Ball escapes him. He's going to have to go down on the ground, and he's going to have to cover it up. Vikings on top of it. So again, missed the snap, but it's still a touchdown for the Indians here. And so with 42 seconds left here in this first quarter, it's Larned 14, Smoky Valley 0. We'll be back after this 1 minute timeout.
Entertainment tonight will be provided by the Smoky Valley Wildfires.
The best coffee beans in the world and tasty breakfast sandwiches served fresh every day. Maybe it's the refreshment of our fruit smoothies in the summer, the coziness of a hot mocha in the winter, or maybe you want to put a smile on your face. Spoiler alert, all of the above. Start your day with Top It Off and Scooter's Coffee. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
Scooter's Coffee in Hutchinson, McPherson, and Salina.
Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
Back here in the Midway Motors broadcast booth. Kickoff by kickoff by Shaver deep. Fumbled a little bit by Locker down there inside the 10, but then he turns it up across the 15, 20, all the way out to the 30-yard line. So a nice return after a little bit of a bobble there by Locker. He makes something good out of it, though, and the Vikings are going to take over their second drive now on their own 30, again trailing 14-0. Vikings come out in their wishbone formation. Got Heitschmidt under center. Looks like we've got Zeke Baker in the backfield. Jack Opat, Gavin Stambaugh. Turn, gives the ball to the first guy through. That's going to be Baker. Baker takes it across the 34, out to the 35. They're going to give him 5 yards on that play for Zeke Baker. Tackle on the play by number 59, Kyler Green for Larned. So 2nd and 5 here for Smoky Valley as we wind down this first quarter. Looks like they are going to be able to get one more play in before the end of the quarter. Heitschmidt under center, wishbone formation again. Takes the snap, gives this time to Stambaugh off the near side. He's out to the 40. He's across the 45 to the 50, and he's going to be out of bounds just across the 50-yard line. Nice run by Gavin Stambaugh for the Vikings' first down of this 2024 season. That is the end of the first quarter here at Ted Kessinger Family Stadium. It's Larned 14, Smoky Valley 0. We'll be back in 1 minute with the start of the second quarter of Viking football.
Hi, this is Lucas Raleigh with Raleigh Insurance. As a family myself, I know how important managing expenses are. If you're thinking about shopping your family's insurance, let us do the shopping for you. From newly expanded markets and carriers, as an independent agency, we've been serving families across Kansas for the past 50 years. Check out RaleighInsurance.org, see me in Rover, or start my Raleigh Insurance.
Best of luck to all the teams.
Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
And welcome back to the Midway Motors broadcast booth here. Smoky Valley football on 95.5 The Rock. Heitschmidt under center, turns, gives it to the first back through. Again, that's going to be Zeke Baker, and a great run up the middle. Takes him all the way down into Larned territory at the 42. Going to be a gain of about 7 on the play by Baker. Want to remind you can stream today's broadcast on your phone with the Ad Astra radio app, powered by Nextech Wireless. The latest phones and devices at the best prices, Nextech Wireless. 2nd and 3 here for the Vikings. Heitschmidt under center. Calls out the blitzer. Takes the snap. Again, wishbone formation. Give this time to Stambaugh, and he drives those legs across the 40 all the way down to the 35. So a beautiful run there by Gavin Stambaugh. And so the Vikings continue this drive. A drive that started at their own 30 now has them in Larned territory at the 35. And another first down. Pretty content with this wishbone formation. Got Christian Ryan on one side. I think Torrin Miller's on the other side at tight end. Heitschmidt under center, turns, fakes to the first man through, gives it to Stambaugh. He's down to the 30, across the 30, down to the 29. A gain of 6. That'll bring up 2nd and 4 for the Vikings. Larned's going to take a timeout here. We're going to keep it here right now. Just to kind of talk about a few things here in the Valley. Again, kind of been a whirlwind so far as we kick off this first of the year here for Smoky Valley. Let's talk about some tennis results. Of course, Vince Warbenton, the head coach of tennis this year, girls tennis. They've had a couple of meets so far. Heston, Jill Hett finished 7th. Zora Carver finished 3rd at the Heston meet. Lily Helene and Caitlin Leese in #1 doubles finished 7th. Madeline Mock and Lily Fulton, #2 doubles, finished 6th. At Ellsworth on September the 3rd, Caitlin Leese finished 2nd in #1 singles. Lily Helene finished 2nd in #2 singles. Madeline Mock and Jill Hett finished 7th at #1 doubles, and Lily Fulton and Zora Carver finished 3rd in #2 doubles. JV tennis, Ava Toll, #1 singles, took 3rd at Ellsworth on the 29th. Noelle Crouch, 2nd, #2 singles. Addie Riojas and Layla Fleming, 5th in number 1 doubles. Kate Griffin and Mallory Mock, 6th in number 2 doubles. We'll try to get some more finishes here as well from tennis. After the timeout, Vikings under center, 2nd and 4. Heitschmidt takes the handoff, takes the snap, gives it to the first back through that time. Again, it's going to be Baker. Not much ground that time, only going to pick up about 1. That's going to be about 3rd and 3 is what I see. Is that right, Jason?
That's correct.
So this will be the 7th play of the drive for the Vikings. Again, they had a 3-and-out to open the game, a fumble on the ensuing kickoff after the score. This is only their 2nd possession here of the night. 3rd and 3. Wishbone formation again. Heitschmidt under center. Turns. Gives it to the second back through that stand ball across the 25, the 20. Still on his feet. Rumbling down to the 15. Continues to take tacklers with him. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 15. Looks like he's down to the 13. Great run there by Gavin Stanbaugh. Great individual effort. Mason Miller, number 10, in on the tackle. They're actually going to mark him at the 14, but that is going to be another Viking first down here as well. So 1st and 10 Vikings. Now in the red zone here of the Indians. 1st and 10 from the 14. Heitschmidt down under center, turns, gives it to, ball's loose. Opat had it. Oh, he got it back, and he breaks a tackle. He's going around the right side now. That ball squirted out of there, bounced off of a Larned player, and actually ended right back in Jack's hands. A lucky bounce for the Vikings on that play. It looked like it might be disaster there for just a second for Jack Opat, but instead, ball bounces right back to him, and he's got a good opportunity to keep a hold of it.
That was a great job of recapturing the football and not losing more yards on that rushing attempt.
Yeah, it's going to end up being a loss of about 5, but boy, that ball just bounced right out of his hands on the handoff, and he was able to somehow secure it. So 2nd and 15 here. Heitschmidt's going to turn, fake the handoff, play action, rolling to his left, throws, ball's knocked down there by number 21, David Colglazier. Got a big mitt up in the air and able to swat that thing away. Colglazier 5'10", 160. Had some nice lift that time to be able to knock away the Heitschmidt pass. Looked like he was looking down the field that time for number 8 of the Vikings. That, of course, is Torrin Miller off that tight end position. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 15 now.
3rd and 15 with 8:52 left in the second quarter. Ball on the 19-yard line.
And, of course, Vikings now trail still 14-0, but this is the best drive thus far. Again, wishbone formation. Heitschmidt back. Rolls to his right. Got a man deep. Wide over the end zone. Christian Ryan taps the feet, and that'll be touchdown, Smoky Valley. Beautiful play that time by the Vikings. Christian Ryan coming off this right-hand side along the side of the line of scrimmage. Just breaks hard to the end zone. Came clean, and Heitschmidt delivers a strike to the corner of the end zone. Again, beautiful toe tap by Christian Ryan, and that's the first score of the year for Smoky Valley football.
As you mentioned, a great catch on the corner of the end zone. Able to get both feet down, and the first touchdown of the year for your Smoky Valley Vikings.
That was a 20-yarder, right, Jason?
22, I believe. I believe it was 22-yarder.
Actually, I think we had him at the 19-yarder. Vikings going to go for 2 here, pushing the line there. Gavin Stanbaugh takes the handoff, drives across the far side, and is able to get the ball across the line. And the Vikings now find themselves at the 8:47 mark of the first half of the second quarter. Back in this game, it's 14 for Larned, 8 for Smoky Valley. We'll be back after this 1-minute timeout.
But Shears wants you to know they have smaller equipment for smaller jobs, like your residential driveway, parking lot, or other paving projects, asphalt, or concrete. And the other great thing, they take the same care and pride in your job as they take in every project. For more information and a no-obligation estimate, call APAC Kansas Incorporated Shears Division at 662-2112.
Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
Again, from the Midway Motors broadcast booth, Doug Schneider joined by Jason Schneider. We got Aaron back at the studios doing the job for us, and the Vikings find themselves now down only 6 with 8:47 left here in this first half. Ollie Boffman ready to set to kick off. He strikes the ball, drives it right down the middle, end over end. Going to be taken down there by Shaver at about the 15, or excuse me, by number 21 at the 15. He's past the 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. It's a foot race. Andrew Lockard's the only one who has a chance to catch him, and he does. Andrew Lockard racing down the field to catch up with David Kohlglazer and is finally able to take him down inside the 15-yard line. What a return by Kohlglazer. Again, takes the ball from the 15, gets up that right-hand side, and just got a great wedge there. But hats off to Andrew Lockard, able to get just a finger on the foot and take him down at the 13-yard line. $72-yard run return? I think that's what I have. I'll do my math skills here. So they take over here at the 13-yard line. Again, kind of go that triple I formation this time. Beautiful play as the handoff goes to number 10, Miller, and the takedown on the play looked like it was
Zeke Baker.
Zeke Baker flying into that backfield. So again, Larned takes over after the kickoff for the third possession in Viking territory. All 3 of their possessions today have been in Viking territory. This one the furthest in at the 13. It's going to be 2nd and 12. Shaver under center. Again, triple I formation. He's going to turn. This is a keep. He's going to pitch it at the last second to number 10, and he's going to take it down inside the 5. Nice run there by Mason Miller.
That time tackled by Christian Ryan, who just scored the touchdown on the other end and coming up with a big tackle on the 5-yard line for Smoky Valley.
Yeah, going to take him down. They're going to mark it kind of almost in the 4 range, so they're going to mark him at 3rd and 1 here. But a good play there. A little option look as the first 2 backs become the lead blockers, and then Shaver and Miller come out that time in a little option type scenario. So again, what they basically do is they just have the quarterback and then 3 players lined up in an I formation right behind him. This time he's going to roll to the right. Again, that option look, and a beautiful play. Gio Luis broke through the gap, and he's going to take him down back past the 10-yard line at about the 11. So it's going to be a 7-yard loss on the tackle by Gio Luis.
A great job by Gio Luis splitting the gap and coming up with the huge tackle, which leads to a huge 4th down play with 6 minutes and 50 seconds left here in the second quarter.
Yeah, I thought he was across the 10. They're going to mark it just inside the 10, so it's going to actually be about 9 yards. So it's going to be 4th and 6 from the 9 here. Receiver to the near side, 3 backs in the backfield again. Shaver drops back to pass, looks, going to run. He's going to scramble to the near side. There's nobody over here. Christian Ryan tries to get over there, and it's going to be Shaver taking it in from 9 yards out. So again, Carson Shaver, heck of an athlete, takes it. Didn't see an opening there for the pass. Nice coverage in the backfield, or excuse me, in the end zone by the Vikings. Looked like he was looking for Tristan Reagan, who was kind of making a little play to the right side of the end zone, and instead Shaver tucks it, and he has a 9-yard run, 9-yard scamper for the score. And that makes it 20-8. Larned. 2-point conversion. Shaver under center, near side. Going to turn, give it to the first back through. That's number 21, grinding all the way up, and he is going to be in. So Kohlglazer takes it in for the 2-point conversion. And now, with 6:29 remaining here in this first half, it's Smoky Valley 8, Larned 22. We'll be back after this 1-minute timeout.
Friends, this is Dana Salmon with Alliance Agency. Do you know the difference between original Medicare and an Advantage plan? With original Medicare, you choose your doctor, Part A, Part B, and Part C. If you choose one of the Advantage plans, use the others.
traits, maintain healthy, mental, spiritual, and physical lifestyles while leading lives of faith, learning, and service. Bethany College belongs to the NAIA and a member of the KCAC with teams in 22 sports in the fall, winter, and spring. For a complete schedule of events, go to BethanySwedes.com. Integrity, hospitality, community, excellence, Bethany College.
Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
And Deacon Martin, number 3, with the kickoff there, drives it down the field. Kind of a nubber, taken just inside the 30 by Jack Opat. Opat gets on his horse and gets up to the 39, and so that's where Smoky Valley will start this third drive for them today. All of Smoky's drives have started on their own end. All of Larned's drives have started in Viking territory, and they've scored each time to lead 22-8. That last drive was 5 plays, and they get in the end zone in 2 minutes and 6 seconds. Handoff given up the middle that time. Zeke Baker driving those legs, and he takes it, looks like 10 yards. It's going to be Gavin Stambaugh. They messed me up on that one a little bit. Stambaugh with the run, and it is going to be a first down here on this first play by Gavin Stambaugh. That'll be good for a Viking first down here, and puts them again near Larned territory, just on the Viking side of the 50. Wishbone formation again. Heichman under center, turns, gives the ball this time up the middle to Baker. Jack Opak got hit pretty hard there as a lead blocker, kind of got stood up. Very uncomfortable look, but Baker is going to be able to pick up just a couple up that middle.
A great tackle there by Mason Miller of Larned, meeting Baker right there in the hole.
Yeah, I saw what happened to Opat there. He kind of got stood up by the blocker and then got run over by Baker from behind. That's why it looked kind of awkward. 2nd and 8, Heichman under center. Again, wishbone formation, fakes the first gives it to the second guy through. That's Stambaugh, and he is stood up right there at the 48. So they are across into Larned territory right now, but sitting at a 3rd and about 7 here. Again, clock running, 5:09 and counting. Vikings find themselves down 22-8. Of course, Vikings here in their black uniforms, black pants, white embroidery there with a little bit of orange, white numerals, black helmets. Of course, Larned here, same colors, but they're wearing all white uniforms with their black helmets and orange embossed there. Reminder that Fresh Look Cleaners in Salina, it's our job to make you look your best. Handoff given to Jack Opat to the near side. He rumbles, wrapped up outside the 46, but continues to drag the defender inside the 45 and down to the 43. That's David Colglazier, who took a ride that time with Opat. And because of Opat's hard running, it's going to set the Vikings up with a 4th and 2 now. An opportunity here that the Vikings really can't pass up on.
A huge 4th down play. In second quarter with 4 minutes and 12 seconds left. Smoky Valley 4th and 2 on the 43.
Under center, turns, gives it to the second man through Stambaugh, and he's going to have the first down as he gets right near the 40-yard line. Nice blocking up front by that front line. Let's remind you again, Torrin Miller, 6'2", 215. Gio Luis, 6', 200. Gabe Baker, 6'2", 280. Brock Gingler at center, 5'10", 210. Corbin Pywell, 6', 270. Connor Smith Boland, 5'8", 215. And Christian Ryan, 6'5", 190. Give out of the wishbone again from Heitschmidt to Baker. He's going to pick up about 4, maybe 3 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 7.
Another hard run by Smoky Valley up the middle. Great job. Just keep pushing your legs and taking tacklers with you.
And they set it up so well earlier to get an open look there for the receiver. Again, willing to take some time off the clock. Heitschmidt, first back through again, going to be Baker. This time stood up after a gain only down to the 35, and that's going to make it 3rd and about 5. Ollie Boffman into the game now as they rotate that tight end look and have a play caller going in and out. Beloit takes a 24-0 lead over Lions. That's in the second quarter right now, one of our Ad Astra sister stations. Ball turned and given to Stambaugh. He rumbles down to about the 33, and that's going to bring up yet another 4th down play for Smoky Valley. This time going to be 4th and 3. Clock just going under 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Good time usage here by Smoky Valley as they've been just really doing a nice job with their offense here. 4th and 3, Heichman under center, turns. This time he's going to roll to his left. Quick throw out there to Jack Opat, and just gets through his mitts there, and it's going to end up being a turnover on downs for Smoky Valley. It's a good look, good idea. Ball just escaped Opat there as he was trying to make the play, and that's going to give the ball back to Larned here late in this half. Vikings were in a ball game last year at Larned late in the first half as well. Nice close game. Jason, of course, mentioned earlier that game got away in the second half, but there were some plays right before half that really swung the momentum of that game.
As you mentioned, 2:21 left in the second quarter. Time for Smoky Valley to make a huge stop here going into halftime.
Vikings took over 4 minutes off the clock on that drive, coming away with nothing. Shaver back there, and he's going to be wrapped up. Gio Luis broke through the line. Shaver was looking for an open receiver, couldn't find one, and Luis hunts him down and finishes him off. A big loss on the play, all the way back to the 23. So a 10-yard sack by Gio Luis as the clock goes under 2 minutes.
You know, that's about the third time we've said tonight that Gio Luis has escaped his blocker and wreaked havoc in the backfield.
Gio was a big player for this team last year as well, and really coming into his own this season. The trip backs again, straight across in the backfield. Ball's going to be given to the back through this time. That looks like number 33. That time, Jimmy Gardner. He's going to take the ball up just past the 25, out to the 26. That's going to make it 3rd and about 17. Again, clock nearing a minute. 1:22 to play. Probably not going to see him take that snap until just about the 1 minute mark. The Vikings going to get a stop here. Might see Coach Lambert call a timeout here and maybe see if they can move the ball here in this last minute. Again, going to use all the play clock. Shaver waiting to see the play clock go under 10. Now he's under center. Turns, going to run that option. He keeps it up the middle. He's past the 30, 35. He finds a seam, 40, 45, 50. He's past the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Stanbaugh gives chase. It's not enough. Touchdown, Larned. A big run that time by Carson Shaver. As they run the option, he turns it up the inside and takes it to the house. A 74-yard run?
74-yard touchdown for Carson Shaver.
So the touchdown on the play, a 74-yard run by Shaver.
Which puts Larned up 28-8, going for the 2-point conversion with 50 seconds left in the first half.
First drive of Larned that they've scored when they've had the ball in Smoky Valley, in their own territory to start the drive. Shaver under center here for the 2-point conversion. Got the trips in the backfield again. Turns, gives it to Gardner. And he's going to take it in. So the 2-point conversion by Jimmy Gardner, the senior, and he seals it up the middle. And that makes it Larned 30, Smoky Valley 8. We'll be back after this 1 minute timeout.
Number 33, Stanbaugh, deep for the Vikings. Team up the football for the Indians, number 3, Deacon Martin.
And welcome back to the Midway Motors broadcast booth. Doug Schneider joined by Jason Schneider here, Smoky Valley football. Smoky Valley finds themselves down 30-8. Kickoff here again by number 3, Deacon Martin, going to be taken on the catch there, in the air by Jack Opat, right about the 30 again. He's going to rumble across the 40, and he takes it up to the 41, and that's where the Vikings will start this next drive. Again, 45 seconds left, and Another one of those lightning strikes. I feel like that bad guy that made the comment. I said right before half, a big play last year at Larned really changed the game. And here a 74-yard touchdown run by Carson Shaver. The Vikings had him back on 3rd and 17 on that play, thinking about trying to get a stop. Vikings now going to go with a receiver far left and receiver far right. Heitschmidt going to turn, give the ball to Stambaugh. He's across the 45, out to the 50, and again hit by a couple of Larned Indians there across the 50, taken down at the 48. Gain of 11 on the play by Stambaugh. Clock continues to run, nearing 30 seconds. 1st and 10, 48-yard line. Receivers right and left again. Heitschmidt drops. This time looks to throw. Going to throw a deep ball to Christian Ryan, and he's not going to make it there. Ball was a little wide as well. Nice coverage there against Ryan by Tristan Reagan, the junior. Again, just trying to look for something deep there with Smoky Valley, seeing if they could get something to break. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. This time tight end near side, wide receiver near side. Heitschmidt back to throw, looks, going to hit Torn Miller on a crossing pattern there. He's wrapped up quickly, but he gets him to the sideline, and there's going to be a flag. A second hit on the play, and then Miller kind of goes over here. A little extracurricular there from him, and they're going to throw a second flag on the play as well. So they're going to get the personal foul for the late hit against Larned. A little bit of a bench situation there. And then on the sideline, looked like Miller had a little extracurricular there with the Larned player as well. And so that's going to amount to another 15 back. So it looks like they're probably going to end up just canceling each other out, Jason. Again, nice catch there by Miller, and really took the defender with him all the way to the sideline. Really hard-nosed running. Like I said, late hit there along the sideline. He was wrapped up and going out of bounds, and then got a little shove there, I think, from number 4, it looked like, Tristan Reagan. And I couldn't exactly tell who Torn might have retaliated against on the sideline there as well. Again, got really upset about that incident. It's going to end up being It's going to end up just washing each other out.
Defense number 55. The 15-yard penalty would be a first down. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct. Smoky Valley is number 8. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct. Larned is number 4. Those penalties offset. First down.
Well, interesting. They're going to call a 15-yard penalty on the late hit. That one's going to move. So they're going to move that 15 yards, and then they're going to call an unsportsmanlike penalty on both Torn Miller and Tristan Reagan from Larned. Those are going to cancel out. So in essence, the Vikings pick up 15 yards there on the late hit, and now all of a sudden they find themselves at the 28-yard line with 12 seconds left here in this first half. So again, one play as a result of the action, and then they believe that both players were involved in the altercation on the sideline, so they flagged both of them over here for the play that occurred after the play was already over. So now Vikings go trips left, Heitschmidt in the backfield, one running back next to him to help block. Heitschmidt's going to roll to the left. He's going to chuck it end zone, looking deep. Got Kyler Ringle-Crooms back there, and he makes the catch. Kyler Ringle-Crooms in the corner of the end zone makes the catch, and a result of a big play, the Vikings have a score. Beautifully thrown ball that time by Ty Heitschmidt, and Kyler Ringle-Crooms, I'm pretty sure that's Kyler, made the grab.
It was in the back of the end zone.
What a catch by Kyler. Defender was going back on him, and he makes the grab right in the deepest corner of the end zone over by the deep pylon. What an end to this first half. 4 seconds still left on the clock, and the Vikings find themselves down now 30-14. Heitschmidt under center, 2-point conversion. Being chased from behind, rolling to his right. Throws Christian Ryan open the end zone. Vikings score, and it's 30 for Larned, 16 for the Vikings. We're going to keep it here right now since we're so close to the half, but man, what a pitch and catch by the Vikings on that one. How far was it, Jason?
The touchdown, I believe, was
28? It's like a 28-yard score.
The touchdown was a 28-yarder by Kyler Ringel-Crooms in the back of the end zone, as you mentioned, with 4 seconds left on the clock. A great way to end the half for the Smoky Valley Vikings.
A phenomenal way to end the half. You know, we talked about the frustration of giving up that 74-yard score, but then the Vikings take over this possession with a 45-second mark, and they score in 41 seconds. A beautiful drive as they take the ball about, 60 yards? 59 yards on that drive. I had in 4 plays. 4 plays, 49 yards for that drive. And they're able to take the ball in, and a beautiful, beautiful pitch and catch from 28 yards out from Ty Heitschmidt to Kyler Ringel-Crooms. What a combo. And the Vikings find themselves now only down 2 scores as they potentially can go into the halftime if they can get a stop here. Ball's going to be squibbed this time by Boffman. It's going to be taken at the 30-yard line. He's going to rumble past the 35 and just be smacked at about the 40. Looked like the runner there was Tristan Reagan, number 4, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
And that'll be the end of the first half here at Lindstrom Brothers Field, Ted Kessinger Family Stadium. The Larned Indians come in, put up 30 points. The Vikings counter with 16 of their own, including a beautiful pitch and catch from Ty Heitschmidt to Kyler Ringel-Crooms right before the half. And we're at half. We're going to send it back to the studios, and we'll be back in just a bit with some halftime stats and get you ready for the second half of Smoky Valley Viking football.
Stay tuned next for the First Bank Kansas halftime report. First Bank Kansas.
Wildfires would like to thank their 2024-25 sponsors: Bethel College, First Bank Kansas, Indigo Blue, Home Construction, MF Marketing, Olstuga, People's Bank and Trust, Salina Scale, and the Right to Peacock. Wildfires will be dancing tonight to Material Girl, taught by Sarah McCullough. Wildfires are Kaden Reed, Tessa Replicable, Haley Cadius, Keely Friesen, Calista Kindlesberger, Sarah McCullough, Aaron DeLiesel, JC Falcon, Malia Friesen, Jocelyn Kindlesberger, Callie Leiker, and Braylon Whitaker. The Wildfires are coached by Angela DeLiesel.
Living in the material Johnson says the offense has to play more up-tempo than it did on Saturday.
We didn't really have a lot of opportunities. I think I took 43 snaps Saturday. Walking off the field, it was like, man, we had a lot of good plays that we just really didn't get to get called. And I had no idea how low our snap count was Saturday. So that kind of plays a factor in it. And then we had a bunch of explosive runs, and I think we had 3 explosive passes, 10 explosive runs, so 13 explosives on 43 plays. It's not as bad as it seems. We had a bunch of yards in total offense. I mean, at the end of the day, like, the number one stat that I look for every week is just, did we win or did we lose? And we came off with the win.
The Wildcats and Green Wave will kick off at 11 a.m. The rest of the Big 12 schedule has Arkansas playing at number 16 Oklahoma State. A former Big East matchup has Pittsburgh playing at Cincinnati. The first Big 12 matchup has Baylor playing at number 11 Utah. It's a battle for the Cyhawk Trophy in Iowa City as Iowa State goes to number 21 Iowa. Albany will play at West Virginia. Sam Houston will play at UCF. Houston plays former Big 12 opponent Oklahoma in Norman. LIU will play at TCU. Texas Tech plays at Washington State. North Arizona plays at Arizona. Mississippi State plays at Arizona State. And maybe the biggest game of the day, a former Big 12 rivalry game as Colorado takes on Nebraska. I'm Scott Miller with that look at your halftime sports. Lucky Kid will have high school scores coming up next.
More of the First Bank Kansas halftime report is coming up. First Bank. Choose a bank that works for you. Stream Viking football on your phone or tablet with the Ad Astra radio app. Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
Art Shirt Gear for Sport at 109 North Main, downtown Lindsborg, is a proud supporter of the Smoky Valley Vikings and the Bethany Suites. Be sure to stop by before the game and check out the new apparel to show your team pride. We wish all the student athletes a safe and successful season.
Rods Tire and Service.
Even trying to enjoy a fun event can be difficult after the loss of a loved one. Unanswered questions, feelings of stress and grief are only natural. As the owner and director of Inman Funeral Home, I bring over 25 years of experience bringing comfort and empathy during time of loss. Rely on me to guide you through all aspects of planning a funeral service with compassion, dignity, and respect. I'm Athena Johnson with Inman Funeral Home. Find me at inmanfh.com.
Lauren Doak here to tell you about the Smoky Valley Virtual Charter School. We have everything your student needs to graduate high school completely online. Learn from Kansas State certified teachers who have experience in online learning and virtual classroom management. We also offer high school test prep, college and career readiness, credit recovery, and more. Be anywhere, learn everywhere with Smoky Valley Virtual Charter School.
Need a reliable workforce for your property? Meet the John Deere 5E Series tractors from Prairie Land Partners. Whether it's working fields, hauling loads, or clearing roadsides, the 5E delivers the power and versatility you need, all in one machine. And there's never been a better time to buy. Get a $2,250 implement bonus and save with cash discounts over $6,000. Offer ends October 25th, 2024. Some restrictions apply. See Prairie Land Partners for details.
Like you get with the Ad Astra scoreboard update, Smoky Valley is trailing Larned 38.5. Right now, McPherson and Grayman are tied up at 7. Other scores around the area. Buter leading Lorraine 14-0. Haven up on Hillsborough 14-7. White over Lions 24-0. That early in the second quarter. Bay South leading 28-0. Heston and Halstead not at 7. And Hill leading Colorado 24-0. Southeast is leading Minneapolis 24-0. And Clay Center leads Abilene in the first quarter score there at 6-0. After one quarter, Salina Central, Salina South are about 11-7. Join us tonight at 10 for the Kansas High School Scoreboard Show with Eric Peterson on Kids 106.1 with your scoreboard update. I'm Lucky Kid.
Hi, this is Kurt Marshall. Bank of the Plains is committed to providing high-quality financial services while maintaining the highest standard of integrity, customer service, and professionalism. Our dedicated team at Salina values our relationships with you and welcomes the opportunity to earn your business, trust, and friendship. Stop in and see us at 1900 South Ohio in Salina. Bank of the Plains, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. So like your first dream home? Yep, their agents can help you bundle and find the right home policy at the right price. Now that's the dream. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
On Monday, JV football at Larned with a 6 o'clock start time. On Tuesday, girls JV tennis and anthem that starts at 3 o'clock. High school girls volleyball will be home, 5 p.m. start. On Wednesday, the SVHS band will be going to the Kansas State Fair in Hutchinson for more. On Thursday, varsity girls tennis at home. That means it begins at 10 a.m. And sophomores, remember you have your Jostens class ring meeting at 2:45 in the high school commons. Friday, September 13th, we're right back here. We'll be hosting Belle Plaine next week. Varsity football, 7 p.m. next Friday.
Places you can't see, like air ducts and dryer. Find us on Facebook or online at schematicofcentralks.com for a free estimate to see how Schematic of Central Kansas can help you.
Oh, and honey, don't forget.
Call Schematic, you'll be ecstatic.
Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
And welcome back to the Midway Motors broadcast booth. Doug Schneider with Jason Schneider here. Smoky Valley football. Vikings find themselves down 30-16 here at the half, but what a first half. Smoky opened the game with 3 and out. Larned turned around, went down the field, 10 plays, 52 yards in 5 minutes and 17 seconds. It was a 5-yard run by Rasmussen, taking it into the end zone for the first score. That was Dalen Rasmussen. And the 2-point conversion by Shaver was good. It was 8-0 Larned. The ensuing kickoff, a turnover on the kickoff by the Vikings, put Larned in perfect position at the 23. They end up going 7 plays, 4 minutes and 2 seconds, 23 yards, and Carson Shaver takes it in on a 1-yard plunge. The 2-point conversion was no good. It was Larned 14, Smoky Valley 0. Vikings then take over on their own 30 after the next kickoff. They proceed to go down the field 10 plays, 3 minutes and 46 seconds, 70 yards. It was a 19-yard Ty Heitschmidt to Christian Ryan touchdown pass, and the Vikings found themselves down after the 2-point conversion, 14-8. Larned then takes over on their next drive, goes 5 plays in 2 minutes and 6 seconds after a 74-yard kickoff return. That was by Mason Miller, wasn't it? Miller on the return. And they end up kicking the ball in 5 plays on a 9-yard run by Carson Shaver. The extra point was good. It was in 22-8. Another turnover to downs on the Vikings, and Larned takes over and goes 67 yards in 3 plays. Ends up being a 74-yard run by Carson Shaver after a after a sack. And they end up taking it in and go up 30-8 with only with only 50 seconds left in the half. And then the Vikings take over on their own 41, go 4 plays, 41 seconds, capped off with a 28-yard Ty Heitschmidt to Kyler Ringle-Kroom's touchdown. 2-point conversion was good to Christian Ryan, and that's our halftime score, 30-16. Jason, a few stats.
A couple stats for Smoky Valley. Leading the way rushing, Gavin Stambaugh, 9 rushes for 70 yards. Zeke Baker, 7 rushes for a hard-fought 25 yards. And then Jack Opat with a couple of rushes as well. I think some of the big things that we have to look at here is just how great the offensive line has been for Smoky Valley. You look at Gio Louise, Gabe Baker, Brock Gingler, Corbin Pywell, Connor Smith-Bolin. Great job by the offensive line with rushing for the Smoky Valley offense. Passing, you look at it, Ty Heitschmidt, 4 for 7 passing, 55 yards, and of course those 2 touchdowns for Ty Heitschmidt. Receiving, Kyler Ringle-Krooms, 1 catch for 28 yards and a touchdown. Christian Ryan, 1 catch for 19 yards and a touchdown. And then Torrin Miller, 1 catch for 5 yards as well. Defensively for Smoky Valley, leading the way, Zeke Baker, 4 tackles, Gio Louise, 4 tackles, Andrew Lockhart, 4 tackles as well, and Gio Louise with that 1 sack also.
That's this Viking stats for the half. We're going to send it back to the studios for our final halftime break, and then we'll be back for the second half of Smoky Valley Larned football here from Ted Kessinger Family Stadium in just a few.
Tonight's
Community Hospital, former state bank at Keswick, Lonnie Loder with Coldwell Banker, Dr. Darrell Loder, Smoky Valley Chiropractic, Midway Motors, and Hefner Family Fireworks. Those are our touchdown top sponsors. Thank you for your support. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd also like to recognize Dr. Darrell Loder this evening. Dr. Darrell Loder, who's beginning his 30th year of volunteering as the team doctor of Smoky Valley football. Dr. Darrell Loder, thank you for your years of service to our athletes and our athletic programs.
Hey, McPherson College fans. This is Lane Gillespie, voice of the Bulldogs. Join us this Saturday, September 7th at 6 o'clock for our home opener against Sterling College, presented by The Locker Room. Purchase your season pass or single game tickets on macbulldogs.com and cheer on the Bulldogs to victory. That's this Saturday, September 7th at 6 o'clock. It's a great day to be a Bulldog.
Hi, I'm Catherine with First Bank Kansas. Have you ever found yourself at the checkout only to realize you left your wallet behind? Let's face it, it happens. But fear not, you can now securely store your First Bank Kansas debit card in the digital wallet on your phone or watch for seamless transactions. No more frantic searches or embarrassing moments. Just convenient, hassle-free payments wherever you go. Add your First Bank Kansas debit card to your digital wallet and leave your worries behind. Visit us in Salina, Ellsworth, McPherson, Abilene, Lindsborg, or Hutchinson for banking made personal. Member FDIC.
Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
And welcome back here to the Midway Motors broadcast booth. Doug Schneider joined by Jason Schneider, and we get ready for the second half. Jason, some players to watch here in the second half.
I think we got to look at the line of scrimmage both ways for Smoky Valley. I think you got to look at the offensive line that we talked about earlier, and also the defensive line creating havoc on the defensive side of the ball for Larned.
And again, those players to watch, Ag 360 sponsoring, Ag 360 Insurance sponsoring our players to watch or ones to watch, is here to partner in your legacy. Contact agents Darren Eddy or Cody Moores in Inman. Again, that's Ag 360 Insurance. So a beautiful night here again, we said, and it's been a great night of football here between Smoky Valley and Larned. Smoky's going to be kicking off here to open this second half. As they got the ball to start the game. So Larned, and they've moved the ball. I don't think Larned's been stopped once offensively so far in this game. They have been very successful on each of their drives. They've had the ball 4 times, and they've scored on all 4 drives. That's what's got them up 30-16 here. And the Vikings definitely need to find a stop here to open this second half. Ollie Boffman setting the ball here to get things started. Deep for Larned. Hard to tell. They need to turn and face me a little bit. Looks like number 4 again back there, Tristan Reagan. Ball's going to wobble, though. I think it's taken by Shaver on the far side. Shaver past the 30, up to the 35. Little juke move there. Not going to be enough. Great tackle there by Andrew Lockhart. We've said that a couple of times tonight. He made a huge tackle on the kickoff return earlier as he was heading down the sideline. Actually, I think that earlier that was number 21, Cole Glazier, going down the sideline. But this time makes a tackle there on Shaver and takes him down just at the 35-yard line. So first and 10 here for Larned to open this second half at their own 35.
A great opportunity for the Smoky Valley defense to get the offense of the ball back here to start the second half.
I take that back. That was Cole Glazier on that return there as well. Sorry about that. Messed up Lucky Kid earlier because I submitted the wrong score at half, so sorry about that, Lucky. Shaver rolls to the right, looking at that option, pitches at the last second to Cole Glazier to the far side in front of the Larned bench. He's going to be knocked out of bounds right about the 40. Looks like it's going to be a gain of about maybe 4 or 5 on the play. Not sure where the mark is going to be. It is going to be marked right at the 40. So, again, that little pitch look there that they are so good at in that two-man game. Nice pitch, picks up 5 yards there on the pitch from Shaver to Cole Glazier.
Great tackle by Zeke Baker, knocking Cole Glazier out of bounds there.
Said that a few times tonight. Zeke's all over the place. This time got dubs to the near side, single on the far side. Shaver again gives this time on a pitch. This time it looks like it's to number 21 again, Cole Glazier. He's going to be taken down at the 45, but a flag comes in as well. Looks like it might be a hold against Larned. So it would be a first down here at the 45, barring the penalty. It is holding against Larned.
10-yard penalty.
They'll move the ball from the spot of the foul. So the spot of the foul was right about the 45-yard line, and that's just going to move it back to the 35. So after having a 2nd and 5 play now, it's going to be moved back to 2nd and 10 following the penalty. Shaver and the gang breaks huddle. He's going to have 2 receivers to the far side. A tight end there as well, and then 1 receiver to the near side, 1 lone back in the backfield. Looks like that's Cole Glazier. Shaver pitches to Cole Glazier around the far side toward the Larned sideline. He's going to get up across the 40, be submarine there and taken down just at the 40-yard line as well. Beautiful tackle there. I'm trying to see who that was. That's Lockhart again. Just submarining, getting in low, making contact, just flying in there and making the tackle. Nice job by Andrew Lockhart.
A huge opportunity for Smoky Valley defense to get off the field right here as well. 3rd down and 5 on the 40-yard line with about 10 minutes and 10 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
I think your statement is absolutely correct. Have not stopped the Larned offense yet tonight and needs to get this ball back with a chance to cut into this Larned lead. Trips near side. Again, pitch near side here, coming to number 10 that time. That's going to be Mason Miller. He comes to the near side, but he's going to be taken down just past the 40. Again, Andrew Lockhart getting a hand on the runner and taking him down, and it's going to be 4th and 4.
A great diving stop there by Andrew Lockhart coming up from his defensive back position there.
That's a huge play. That's 2 big tackles by him, and that's going to force the first punt of the day here by Larned. So the penalty huge. They would have had a first down. They even look a little confused here because they haven't punted yet today. Punter in the backfield there is number 32, I believe. They're going to end up having to call a timeout. Sorry, it's Shaver, too. They're going to end up having to call a timeout. Looked a little confused. Haven't had enough opportunities to be able to punt. We're going to keep it here for this break as well. I want to cover just a few other things in the Valley as well. See if I can bring it up on my massive screen full of stuff here. We want to talk a little bit about cross-country. Had our first cross-country meet yesterday. It was a home cross-country meet. Of course, Zach Vogel and Jenica Rose in charge of that. The boys finished 5th place at the Smoky Valley Invitational. In the freshman-sophomore division, Isaiah Ayala finished 5th. Charlie Bowman, 11th. Kyle Robledo Diaz, 18th. Henry Bowman, 20th. Connor Fries, 31st. Hudson Gustus, 32nd. And the junior-senior boys, Caden Bishop finished 10th. The girls finished in 1st place at the Invitational. Freshman-sophomore division, Sophie Iyer, 3rd. Emma Chaput, 6th. In the junior-senior girls, Esther Clark, 2nd. Hope Willems, 5th. Sophia Fruits, 6th. Gracia Peterson, 11th. And Mila Sims, 15th. Congrats to all of those individuals in cross-country.
And here we have Larned in a punt formation. And Smoky Valley does not put anybody back for the punt. And Carson Shaver with the punt that will be down to about the 30-yard line by Larned.
So about the 30. Again, kind of a rugby-style punt there from Shaver. And again, that's one of those struggles you have back there when you put the quarterback back there. And they really did a lot of spreading out of people there to make that a difficult one, to make it look like they might have been going for it. Punt happened from right around the 41 to the 30. So what, 31-yard, 29-yard punt? Sorry. My math skill's not the greatest today, Jason. Opening day. So Smoky Valley takes over on their own 30. Heitschmidt gives it to the first man through there. Looks like that's going to be Zeke Baker, and he's going to be stood up immediately by that interior line of the Indian defense.
That time stopped by number 44, Michael Wilder, right there at the line of scrimmage.
So that'll bring up second. It looks like they're going to give him maybe a half a yard, 2 yards. So we're going to call it 2nd and 9. Again, wishbone formation, Heitschmidt under. Going to give it this time to the second back through. Looks like that's going to be Stambaugh, and he's going to take it to the near side here to the 35. Again, another interior run by Stambaugh, but it is going to pick up about 4 yards, and that's going to bring us to a 3rd and 5.
That time tackled by number 56, Angel Bowersox for Larned right at the 35-yard line.
So 3rd and 5 Vikings. 8:04 and counting here in this third quarter. Vikings trail 30-16. Wishbone formation, Heitschmidt under, turns, fakes, gives it to the third back through. Stambaugh across the 40, 45, 50, 45, and deep into Larned territory. He's taken down at the 43. Beautiful run that time by Stambaugh. Hit the hole hard and took off. 21-yard gain, or 22-yard gain by Stambaugh, and that sends the Vikings into Larned Indian territory with the first down.
And that rush right there, Gavin Stambaugh with 11 rushes for 96 yards on the night.
Wishbone formation, 1st and 10, 43. Turn, give it to the first man through. That's going to be Baker. Baker up the middle just to the 40. Going to be a gain of about 3. Going to set up 2nd and 7.
Baker driven down by Michael Wilder once again at the 40-yard line.
So great opportunity here for Gavin Stambaugh to get up over that century mark here in game 1 against a pretty large Larned Indian defense. We've talked about them a little bit before. Their front three, 5'10", 225, 6'2", 325, and 5'9", 160. 2nd and 7. Wishbone formation, Heitschmidt under. Turns, fakes to the first back through, gives to Stambaugh on the far side. He's met, but continues to grind those legs, and he's going to pick up about 3 yards down to the 42. That should set up a 3rd and 4 for Smoky Valley. Vikings took over at the 9:04 mark. We're just now down to about 6:30 remaining in this contest.
A huge third down here for Smoky Valley. 6:15 left in the third quarter. 3rd and 4 on the 37-yard line.
Heitschmidt under, wishbone formation, gives it again to Stambaugh. Stambaugh hit early, does not get far. This is going to take him only to the 35. It's going to set up a big 4th down play, 4th and 2, as the Vikings prepare for their 7th play of this drive, a drive that started back on their own 30-yard line. So they've moved the ball very well here, got 35 yards so far. Need another 2 to 3 here to keep this drive alive as we near 5 minutes in this third quarter.
This is a great opportunity by Smoky Valley to lean on that offensive line and push for a first down.
You mentioned those ones to watch at the half. Heitschmidt under center. Wishbone formation. Turns. Gives the ball to Jack Opat. He's hit quickly in the backfield and taken down. He's going to lose yards on the play. Looks like he's going to lose 2. And the Vikings are going to turn it over on downs here on their opening drive of the second half. So after a scoring flurry by both teams in half 1, both teams now turn the ball over on downs to open their opening drives here in the second half. And that'll give Larned the ball here, starting on their own 37. They actually started their opening drive at their own 35, so they gained 2 yards from the opening drive earlier. Again, we're midway through the third quarter. 5:26 remaining. Larned 30, Smoky Valley 16. 1st and 10, Larned. A little miscommunication there by the wide receivers. They now put 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, 2 in the backfield, pro set. Turns and gives to the first back through, grinds his legs, makes it up to about the 38, continuing to push. They're going to eventually push him up to the 39. Couldn't tell who the runner was on that play. And still couldn't tell. I think it was 33 on that one, Jason, was it?
It was.
Looks like Jimmy Gardner. Yep, Gardner picks up about 2 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd and 8. Just a bundle of people in there that time. Really hard to tell who those first 2 backs were in the backfield with Shaver. Again, going to go Dubs to the far side near the Larned bench and 1 single receiver to the near side. Again, 2 backs in the backfield. Looks like number 10 and 33 back there with Shaver. Under center, he's going to give this time to number 10 across the right side. He breaks 40, 45, past the 50. Actually, they're going to mark him right there down at the 50. That's Mason Miller with a nice first down carry for Larned. Beautiful run by Miller there off the far side. Tackle, able to get around the edge. Nice set block there as well by Gardner to free him. Really was able to set things up there well. And so right at the 50 now as they continue this drive. 1st and 10, Dubs near side this time, single receiver on the right, pro set in the backfield. Going to turn, give it this time to Gardner coming this way. He's hit early by Crew Elliott, can't hold on. He continues to drive his legs as he goes up the middle, and he picks up about 7 as he was hit early about the 50 by Elliott, hit by another stack of Vikings at about the 48, 47, and he continued to ride all the way down to the 43. Nice hard run. Like I said, about 3 Vikings on him at about the 48-yard line. And Gardner just continued to grind those legs. Jimmy Gardner. Holding? Didn't see the flag come in, but there was a holding call on Larned. It was thrown right about the 50-yard line. So that's going to negate that run and move them back 10 yards. So now it's going to be 1st and 20 for Larned back at their own 40. So excited about the run by Gardner that time and how hard he ran. I didn't see the flag come in. Again, they're going to go double receivers near side, 1 to the far side. This time the Indians are going to go I formation. Shaver takes the snap. Looked like he was looking for a bubble screen. Wasn't there. He continues to go to that side though and makes a nice strike to Deacon Martin, who makes the grab and gains about 7 on that 1st and 20. Looked like it was a broken play at first. He didn't throw it. Martin just hung around, and eventually he threw it back to him and picks up 7.
It almost looked like Martin wasn't ready for the play, and Shaver pass faked out to Martin and scrambled around a little bit and threw it back out to Martin, and gain of 7 yards.
Yeah, I couldn't quite read what they thought was there, wasn't there at the beginning, but again, a broken play that ends up gaining some yards for him. 2nd and 13 now. Little movement over there, the no call on that play. Shaver's going to be back. He's going to continue to, he's flustered out of the pocket, coming to the near side. He's got 2 Vikings in suit. Again, they're stringing him out beautifully there, just can't get him stopped, and finally he chucks it out of bounds on the far side, and it's going to be all for naught. Beautiful play back there. Great job by Shaver, just keeping the play alive while Vikings chased him down. Gabe Baker was back there chasing. Sam Zeller was back there. Crew Elliott. There were a number of Vikings all over the place. Then Cooper Whitaker was over there as well. Nobody could get to him, and finally he throws the ball away, and it's going to be 3rd and 13.
It looked like Shaver ran all the way to the left side, all the way to the right side, probably ran a good 40 to 50 yards on that play for the incompletion. But this sets up a huge 3rd down and 13 for the Larned Indians.
Again, a second chance for a stop here for the Vikings in this second half. The pistol formation, Shaver takes the snap, scopes around for a receiver. He's flustered out of the pocket, throws deep. And he's got a man, got behind Lockard there. Beautiful play. A nice pitch and catch from Shaver to number 4, Tristan Reagan. Again, Lockard had good coverage, turned around to find the ball, and it just snuck over his head, and Reagan's going to take it down inside the 10. Looks like they're going to mark him down at the 7. Vikings had an injured player there as well. I can't tell. Looks like that might be Sam Zeller. If it's 51, I believe it is Sam Zeller. I can't tell who it is right now. Is that what you're seeing, Jason? 51 right there?
51, yes.
Yeah, just couldn't quite tell what happened to him on that play, but he's going to get looked at on the sideline here by Darryl Loader. Congratulations to Darryl Loader for his 30th year helping this Viking football program on the sideline as their sideline doctor. It's been a great to have him on board all this time. So 1st and goal here, 7-yard line for Larned. Vikings almost had him stopped. Now they're just trying to take a little bit of time off this clock here as well. Didn't want to get up there too quick. Shaver's under center now. 2 backs in the backfield. He's going to turn. He's going to give it this time across the far side. Going to be taken down inside the 5, close to the 1. Run on that play by Mason Miller, the junior, 6 foot, 175. That's going to bring up 2nd and goal from the 1. You've said it a couple of times tonight. Big plays have really changed this game. Vikings got a stop on that first drive. Looked like they might have a chance to maybe go down the field. Had a chance to get a second stop here. And a deep pass opening this game back up again and giving Larned a chance to get in the end zone. Viking defense going to have to stiffen here. 2 receivers far side, 1 receiver near side, 2 backs in the backfield behind Shaver. I formation. Turn, giving it to the second back through. Ball came loose for just a second. I think they might have gotten him stopped.
And Smoky Valley thinks that this is a fumble, and they may have recovered.
They're going to talk a little bit amongst the officials there. It looked like that ball was squirting out at the beginning of that play, and I thought maybe it might be loose. And it is just that. I thought I saw the ball come free. They're going to call fumble on the field, recovered by Smoky Valley. I tell you, that thing got out of there quick. I'm trying to watch the play. Crew Elliott looks like he's the one that comes up with it on the bottom of the pile. And we mentioned the Viking defense had to stiffen, and by golly, they do. Vikings are going to take over at their own 1, but they get the stop.
It almost looked like Mason Miller never even got the handoff.
I don't think he did.
Fumbled right from the handoff, and a great job by Crew Elliott with the opportunistic fumble recovery.
Reminded me a lot, Jason, of the same play in the first half with Jack Opat. The ball just escaped him, but it came right back to him. This time, Mason Miller just looked like he never had it. Ball came loose, and the next thing you know, the Vikings have it, forcing a turnover. And the first play looks like they're going to call him down at the 1. He didn't get very far. Yep, Gavin Stambaugh on the run there on the dive play. They're trying to say they got him stopped in the end zone, but if you watch the replay on live.smokeyvalley.org with Mike Rose, Gavin Stambaugh just did make it out of the end zone and keeps it alive here. So it is still going to be 2nd and 10. Vikings in a very precarious position here. Really need to get out of the shadow of their own end zone.
3rd quarter, 25 seconds left. 2nd and 10, 1-yard line for Smoky Valley.
A scoreless 3rd quarter to this point. This guy I'm going to turn and give it. It's going to be to Baker right up the middle, and he's going to continue to drive those feet and just gain a yard or two. Continuing, they're going to let him keep going, and he gets all the way across the 5. Just a pile of people there as Baker just continued to drive the feet, and he's finally going to be marked down at the 6, and that's going to be the last play of this 3rd quarter. A scoreless 3rd quarter from Ted Kessinger Family Stadium. At the end of 3, it's Larned 30, Smoky Valley 16. We'll be back after this timeout.
Advantage plans use networks of doctors and hospitals. You pay your Part B premium, but there's normally zero premium for a plan, which includes prescription drugs, dental, vision, and gym memberships. Call me today at 245-961 to discuss what plan is best for you. And thank you.
Are you done with punching the clock or constant work travel? Do you have 15 or more acres? Find freedom by joining America's #1 free-range egg brand, Happy Egg. Happy Egg is looking for growers to raise happy hens. Happy Egg offers startup and new flock cost support and yield-based compensation. Work from home, for yourself, feed Visit happyeggfarms.com today for more information. Happy Egg is a proud supporter of McPherson County Athletics.
Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
And welcome back here to the Midway Motors broadcast booth. Doug Schneider along with Jason Schneider. Aaron back at the studios helping us out. Going to catch you up on a few scores here really quick. The McPherson Dental Care providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch. Scoreboard looks like at the half, Sedgwick 29, Sterling 7, Beloit 32, Lyons 0, Heston 21, Halstead 7, Iola 7, Baldwin 6, Bueller 14, Mulvane 0. Heitschmidt takes the snap, turns, throws, has a man and just over his outstretched arms. Had an opportunity there to get the ball to number 8, Torrin Miller, as he broke free. I tell you, they've had some good looks off their tight ends here in this ball game, but not able to catch that one. Ball was just out a little bit in front of his outstretched hands. Heitschmidt getting a little bit of pressure off that edge as well. So that's going to bring up 4th down now for Smoky Valley at their own 6. Going to have to punt from their own end zone. Again, great job by that Viking defense of getting the stop as Larned was down at the 1. Back to punt now, going to be Heitschmidt. Again, punting from his own 6. Looks like we have a timeout on the play. We're going to go ahead and send it back to the studios. We'll be back after this 1 minute timeout.
City Royals up 4-0 in the 5th inning. Nice to be playing meaningful baseball in September.
Education could be the answer for you. Email info@hutchcc.edu.
Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
Again, Vikings here to punt now from their own 6 after calling timeout there, making sure that everything's set up. Heitschmidt. Ball nearly picked by Gavin Stambaugh. Not sure if they were going to try a fake on that or not. Heitschmidt kicks it directly straight up in the air and gets no roll at all. It's going to stop at the 17. Looks like it was about an 11-yard punt there for Ty Heitschmidt. Couldn't quite tell exactly what happened on that when the ball comes off of Gavin Stambaugh's hands in the middle there, so I wasn't sure if they maybe were trying to fake there and trying to go with Stambaugh to try to see if they could break that 5-yard, because again, only had 5 yards to go right there, so I could easily see down by 14, Coach Lambert giving that a shot, but ball literally caromed off of his hands back to Heitschmidt, who just executes an 11-yard punt. And so, I think for the 4th time today, Larned takes over in Smoky Valley territory, deep in Smoky Valley territory. Run up the middle this time, as Shaver gives the ball to number 33, Jimmy Gardner. He carries the ball for about 3 yards. I see 2nd and about 7. Yeah, we'll call it 2nd and 7. So again, Larned took over on the Vikings 17-yard line, like I said earlier. The 4th time tonight that they've had the ball in Viking territory to start a drive. Vikings are going to need to stiffen here and get another stop. Double receivers on the far side, single on the near side. Turn, gives the ball back to Gardner. He breaks a tackle down to the 10, down in nearing the 5. He's going to be taken down at about the 7 by Jack Opat. That'll be enough for a first down. So that's going to be 1st and goal now here for Larned. One of the Larned linemen, number 73, their center, Joseph Wilder, a little gimpy coming back to the huddle. Not going to come out, but Looks like he's having a little bit of a leg issue there. Not sure if that might be a cramp or maybe something else. First and goal from the 7. Again, 2 receivers far side, 1 near side, 2 backs in the backfield. Those 2 backs are Miller and Gardner. Again, gives it to Gardner, going to the far side. Inside the 5, down to about the 3. Looks like they're going to mark him at the 4, so it's going to be second and goal from the 4 after a 3-yard gain. Again, Viking defense has really buckled down here in this second half and done a really nice job. That interior line's done well. The guys coming from the back, we mentioned Andrew Lockard with a couple of beautiful tackles. Zeke Baker, of course, getting in on some as well. And second and goal now from the 4. Vikings desperately needing another stop here to keep Larned out of the end zone. 2 receivers far side, receiver on the slot far side, and a receiver over here on the near side. Going to run that option, and a beautiful tackle. 2 great plays made there as it looked like Crew Elliott came back and took care of the quarterback. He pitches it, and the takedown on the far side of Miller by Christian Ryan, who just comes up and just smacks him. And that's going to take him back to the original line of scrimmage, back at the 7.
Smoky Valley could not have played that any better. You attack the quarterback. You also attack the pitcher, or attack the receiver, and a great job of Smoky Valley defense there.
Well, again, it started with Crew Elliott doing his job, taking care of, like you said, the quarterback, but then Christian Ryan coming off the edge, realizing that pitch was there and coming to making a play. Dubs near side. This time Shaver's back to throw. He's going to scramble to the far side. Again, running everywhere in the backfield. Crew Elliott chasing. Gabe Baker chasing. He throws near the end zone. Ball's nearly intercepted and then nearly caught. Looked like Andrew Lockard had his hands on it, and right behind him after the ball skimmed through his hands, number 4 back there, Tristan Reagan, almost the beneficiary of a touchdown catch. Instead, it's going to bring up 4th and goal from the 7. I tell you, every play tonight seems like a journey, especially when you're near the 3rd and 4th down plays. We've seen that all night. It just feels like anything can happen once the team puts the ball in the air, or just once you kind of come down to a difficult play, and this is one of those. 4th and goal from the 7. Shotgun formation. Shaver takes the snap. Got trips near side. He's looking for space. He's not going to find it, and he's going to be tackled in the backfield. That's going to be Zeke Baker on the tackle, but there were a number of Vikings coming from each direction. We had Gabe Baker back there as well. We also had number 76, Brock Gingler. They all forced him into Zeke's hand, and it's going to be a sack, and the Vikings are going to take over at their own 17, and another stop here in the second half for Smoky Valley's defense.
That time, once again, Shaver tries to scramble, and Smoky Valley had a guy on his right side, Smoky Valley had a guy in the middle, and Smoky Valley had a guy on the left side, which corralled him right into Zeke Baker for the sack and the turnover on downs.
Coach Lambert's got to be extremely pleased, as well as that coaching staff, of how that defense is played. Vikings take over, 8:51 left here in the 4th quarter. Heichman under center, turns, gives the ball to Jack Opat. He takes it across the 20, down about the 21, gain of 5 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 5. Time is the enemy right now, as Smoky Valley still finds themselves down by 2 scores, 30-16. 2nd and 6. Again, wishbone formation. Heichman under center. Turns, gives to the first back through Baker. He's going to drive his legs, pick up about 1 out to the 22. That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
That time Baker was met right in the backfield, right as the handoff happened, met in the backfield.
Going to have an injury timeout in the field there for one of the Larned players. Looks like number 26, maybe, Cooper Rasmussen. If you've been injured at work or in a motor vehicle accident, call Pile Law. Tom can evaluate your claim so that you can receive the compensation you deserve. That's Pile Law. It's going to bring up now a 3rd and about 4.5-ish. For the Vikings. Ball rests at the 22. Looks like the first down is going to be roughly about the 27. I kind of had him starting at the 7 or at the 16. Looks like they had him marked at the 17. 3rd and 5. Turn, give to the last back through. It is going to be, looks like it's going to be Stambon. He's going to be stood up. He's going to gain a yard, but that's going to bring it up to a 4th and 4 now. So these last couple of plays have not gone for much. Vikings clock running, 7:40 and counting. Lambert sending Christian Ryan into the game at the tight end spot. Looks like they're going to go for it here again, trailing by 14 late here in this fourth quarter, midway through this fourth quarter. Heichman under center, wishbone formation. He's going to take the snap. He's going to turn. He's going to roll to the near side, looking for one of those tight ends. He throws the ball. It's going to be intercepted this time. Intercepted at the 21. That's going to be an interception by number 10, Mason Miller. He's going to return it 21 yards for a score. A beautiful pick six by Mason Miller. Again, Heichman was under pressure, tried to deliver something there, hoping that maybe he could get it by him. I think he was trying to hit number 6 here on the side, Zeke Baker, for that play, and just unable to do so. Again, he was on a rollout, like I said, being pressured, had a hand in the face, tried to wing it over there. Actually looks like it's going to be picked off about the 22, so it'll be a 22-yard interception return for a score. 2-point conversion set up now for Larned. Shaver under center, got pro set in the backfield, twins on the right, single on the left. Turn, ball's loose, it's going to be down. There is a flag on the play, so we'll see what the flag is. I think it's going to be something against Larned here, so it's going to be holding on Larned. So the 2-point conversion, no good, and that'll take us to 36-16. Larned on top. We'll be back after this 1 minute timeout.
The experienced team at Pyle Law is located at 705 West Kansas Avenue in McPherson and is ready to assist you with every aspect of your personal injury case.
It's Sandy, inviting you all to join us in Mound Ridge. We have the station, coffee and bakery for all your ice cream, lotus, and coffee fixes. Enjoy one of our world-famous brick oven pizzas while sharing an appetizer. We are your one-stop shop for your friends and family to gather. Get your grub at the hub.
Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
Again, back to kick here. Larned ball squibs out. A beautiful kick that time by number 3, Deacon Martin. It actually is picked up there by a Viking on the second level. Looked like it might sneak away. I can't tell who exactly got on that, but it was a great hustle play because that ball turned quick. I think that was Crew Elliott who was able to get on it for Smoky Valley. And so a pick 6 there by number 10, Mason Miller, puts Larned up 36-16 now with 7:10 remaining here in this fourth quarter. So the Vikings take over at their own 41. Now needing 3 scores to get back in this game. Down 20. They're going to go a receiver on either side. Heichman drops to throw. He's going to throw it near side here to Torrin Miller. Good coverage that time again by Mason Miller. Incomplete. That'll be 2nd and 10 now for Smoky Valley as they try to get down the field here. Again, their last score was the last score of the first half. A beautiful reception by Kyler Ringel-Crooms in the far corner of the end zone to cut into this Larned lead just before half. Receiver far side, Jack Opat. Receiver all the way on the near side, Christian Ryan. I formation behind Heichman. He's going to turn, give the ball to Stanbaugh. Stanbaugh hit early at the 40. He's going to be taken down right at the line of scrimmage. It's going to remain 3rd and 10. Tomorrow, Smoky Valley freshman volleyball. Nicole Biegert taking that squad to Salina South. They open at 8:30 in the morning. Have matches all throughout the day as well. Last year's squad took first there. Smoky Valley volleyball off and running. Starting out the season 3-5. They've already lost games this year to 3 top 10 opponents. Been a hectic schedule early on. Went to the CKL tournament, took 4th to open the year. 2 receivers far side, 1 near side. Opat's here on the near side. Heitschmidt going to roll to the left. Got a man open, and that's going to be Torrin Miller right about the 45. So beautiful pitch and catch by Heitschmidt to Torrin Miller. Torrin Miller gets hit pretty hard there at about the 45-yard line. He's still down here for a second. Beautiful pitch and catch there to Torrin Miller. Couldn't tell exactly who was on the tackle. Looks like Shaver, and then Mason Miller came in to finish him off. I think it was the second hit. Might have gotten him right as he was going down. Miller's going to pop off, and he's right back off here to the sideline now. Not much of a timeout. We're going to be right back on to play. So the ball is at the 44 in Larned territory. Again, Smoky Valley Volleyball last night played against a top 5 ranked team in Rock Creek in 4A. Lost that in 3 sets, defeated TMP in 2 sets, and then lost a thriller to Abilene in 3 sets. I formation. Receiver either side for Heitschmidt. Drops, gives the ball to Stambaugh. Stambaugh takes it down to about the 41-yard line. Going to be a gain of 3. Again, clock ticking as we just go into the 6-minute mark. Vikings trail 36-16. Only one score here for either team in the second half, and that's the 22-yard interception return by Mason Miller. Vikings get the play in. Play clock down under 15. Christian Ryan going far side. Kyler Ringel-Crooms near side. I formation behind Heitschmidt. On the near hash. Heitschmidt rolls to his right. Pressured early. Throws a quick pass there. That's a tough pass. He got early pressure that time from Tristan Reagan, who made it across the outside blocker. Just had to try to flip that ball out there that time to Zeke Baker, and it just came up a little shy. Not sure Baker would have gained much. Mason Miller was right there, ready to wrap him up. But a tough play there for Smoky Valley. Torrin Miller back into the contest. He's okay. Jack Opad bringing in the play now. Ollie Boffman coming out. Kyler Ringel-Crooms coming in as well. Play clock under 10 as the Vikings get to the line of scrimmage. Ringel-Crooms far side. Stack double on the near side. I formation behind. Stambaugh takes it. 40, 35. Down near the 30-yard line. He's going to be taken down just inside. Down inside. Yeah, inside the 30. They're going to mark him right at the 30, and that's going to be a Viking first down. Nice interior play and beautiful blocking from that interior line. Gio Luis, Sr., Gabe Baker, Sr., Brock Gingler, Jr., Corbin Pywell, Sr., and Connor Smith Boland, Jr., along with Torrin Miller up there, and also Jack Opat, both juniors. First down Vikings, under 5 minutes, trailing 36-16. I formation, packed set this time. Turn, gives it to the second back through it. Stambaugh takes it off the right side. 25, 20, down to the 15 and inside the 15. Again, beautiful interior blocking by the Viking O-line. It's going to be first down Vikings. Gain of about 16 on the play by Gavin Stambaugh. That'll bring up 1st and 10 now at the 14-yard line. We do have an injured player on the field now. One down for Larned. Can't tell who it is. Looks like he's popping right back up and going to head off to the side. Couldn't tell if maybe it's a cramp or a stinger over there. But he's going to hobble to the sideline. It looks like... Can't tell if that's number 8 maybe. Anthony Gonzalez. Not sure. Harder to see the farther they get to the sideline over there as well. Again, hopefully he is okay. Vikings come out. Tight formation again. I formation in the backfield. Turn, gives it to the first back through. That's Zeke Baker. Baker hit early. Looks like he's going to pick up 2, maybe 3 yards. Looks like he's going to be down to the 6. Again, Vikings took this drive over at the 7:10 mark at their own 41 after a little squib kick. There's now 4:15 left to play. Need to stick this one in the end zone. Have not scored again in the second half. Had 2 big scores in the first half. Break huddle about 15. I formation. Overload to the right side there. Got Opat out to the slot. Got to turn. Got to fake the handoff. He's going to roll right. They're looking for Opat in the corner of the end zone. And he's got him if he's inside. Yes, he is. It's a dark corner in the end zone over there, kind of hard to see, but Opat did a great post pattern out there and makes the grab, a flag pattern, makes the grab out there as he takes it to the edge. Beautiful pass by Heitschmidt for the score, and that's another Viking touchdown this evening. So Vikings get a beautiful, 11-yard pass? So 11 yards for the score, Heitschmidt to Jack Opat. Now a chance for the 2-point conversion. That cuts the lead now, 36-22 with 3:50 left to play. Quick play there, given the Stanbaugh. Stanbaugh's in, it's good. And now, like we said, with 3:50 left to play, the Vikings trail the Larned Indians 36-24. We'll be back for more Viking football after this 1-minute timeout.
Service at regular intervals. These include transmission, power steering, brake, transfer cases, and more. Even hybrids require regular maintenance to maximize fuel economy and reduce costly repair bills. Come see the professional service team at Jarrett Automotive to make sure your car is in tip-top condition.
When it's time to give your car some kale, come to Jar. We'll see you there.
Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
And welcome back to the Midway Motors broadcast booth here at Ted Kessinger Family Stadium, Lindstrom Brothers Field. Vikings, beautiful drive there. 7 plays. I think I had them down for 3 minutes and 20 seconds to stick that one in the end zone. And now they trail 36-24. Looks like we might see an onside kick here. Not sure. Sub some guys in. Boffman puts the ball on the ground. It heads to the far side, and the ball is covered quickly. There is a flag down on the play, and not sure if somebody was offsides there on behalf of Larned. Flag number 52 got on the ball for Larned, Ian Gilliland. Sorry. They're going to wave that flag off. So no flag on the play. It's just going to be Larned football on their own side of the field at the 48-yard line. Viking defense, has not given up a point in this game since the 52nd mark of the first half. The only score in the second half for Larned, a 22-yard interception return by Mason Miller. Vikings need a stop, actually need to force a turnover. They're going to go with their 3 backs in the backfield again. Tight formation, Shaver under center, turns, hands the ball off again, this time to number 33, past the 50, and ball's loose! Ball is loose, it comes out, and the Vikings have it. Couldn't tell who reached in and got a hand on it. Jack Opat knocked it out. Opat forces the turnover. Christian Ryan lands on it. The fumble there by number 33, Jimmy Gardner, and the Vikings get exactly what they needed, a turnover, and they're going to take over on their own 48. Beautiful play by the Viking defense, giving them a chance now as we get to the 3:45 mark of this fourth quarter. Vikings take over. Trips near side, 1 back in the backfield, shotgun formation. Heitschmidt back to throw. Looking, throws it deep, looking for Ringo Crooms. It gets hung up in the air. Almost intercepted by Gonzalez. Almost caught by Ringo Crooms. And instead it's just an incomplete pass. again, it just feels like every play tonight has something going on with it. Again, Vikings trail 36-24, 3:37 left in this contest. Three receivers near side. Again, shotgun formation, one back in the backfield. Gonna have a flag down. Looks like one of the Vikings moved early on that far side. Couldn't tell who it was. That's gonna bring up 2nd and 15 now. Not a lot of penalties tonight for either team. That interesting little personal foul, late hit call right before the end of the half that actually gave the Vikings 15 yards and allowed them to complete that Heitschmidt to Ringel Kroom's touchdown pass. But just a spattering of other penalties along the way. Again, trips near side. Got Christian Ryan over here closest. Jack Opat in the middle. Gavin Stambaugh, little bubble screen, and just gets through his hands. Heitschmidt looking for him there. Ball just literally slipped right through Stambaugh's hands. Otherwise, I think he's got a pretty nice gain. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 15 for Smoky Valley. 3:34 to play in the 4th quarter. Vikings trail 36-24. It was a 14-point game at the half. And now the Vikings are going to take a timeout. So we're going to send it back to the studios for a 30-second break, and we'll be back right after this timeout.
Whether you want a small phone remodel or need repairs done or have a brand new build project, visit Custom Home Constructions. This compares cost to building construction workers and business professional creating repairs and has spent those years developing excellence for service and leadership for all types of projects.
Live stream on live.smokyvalley.org. You can catch it. And of course, in the background, you probably hear that mighty Viking band under the direction of Adam Keller. What a remarkable thing they do there as well. Doubles near side, doubles far side. Heitschmidt turns to throw, and that ball's just over the outstretched arms of number 10 there. Almost a second interception for Mason Miller. That's going to bring up 4th and about 15 now for the Vikings. Also want to mention the Viking assistants, of course, losing a couple of assistants this last year. Longtime assistant Chris McClure, as well as Courtney Strauss. Adding this year, of course, the whole group, Ben Elliott, Alan Meyer, James Henderson, and then the addition of Jason Drulard and Caleb Lambert this year as well. Vikings going to go trips far side. We're going to call a timeout for the Vikings here. So we're going to keep it here for just a minute. Want to talk about some events coming up this next week in the Valley. As I said, tomorrow, freshman volleyball at Salina South. On Monday, September the 9th, JV football at Larned. So, of course, they're going to play against the Larned squad that we're seeing tonight. Play against the JV there at Larned. Tuesday, September the 10th, we'll have varsity and JV volleyball at home. There are 3 home contests this year for volleyball. This is the first of them. It'll be against Hayes and Nickerson. That start time is 5 o'clock p.m. JV girls tennis will be at Heston. On Thursday, September the 12th, cross country is at Heston. Varsity girls tennis will be at home. I believe, I think it's a 3 o'clock start time. JV girls tennis at home as well. Then Friday, September the 13th, varsity football at home against Belle Plaine. A new addition to our schedule this year. We'll play them in basketball as well. We'll play them in volleyball as well. We go to the Belle Plaine tournament this year, and we play them in football. So next Friday, we'll be back right here again for Viking football from Ted Kessinger Family Stadium. Dubs to the far side, single near side, I formation behind Heitschmidt, 4th and 15. Heitschmidt drops to throw. Little Statue of Liberty gives the ball to Gavin Stambaugh up the middle, 40, 35. He's going to have the first down. He's going to take it down to near the 35-yard line. Beautiful run by Gavin Stambaugh. Vikings are notorious for that play. We ran it a few years ago with Justice the Meerkat Autry. It's been a staple item of this program for a while. This time, Gavin Stambaugh picks up the first down as he takes it down to the 36 on a big 4th and 15 play. He gets just enough for the first down and keeps this drive alive at 3:20 and counting. 21-yard gain for Stambaugh on that play. Trips near side. Heitschmidt back to throw. Got one receiver on the left. He throws, looking for Jack Opad. Instead, it's going to be incomplete on the sideline. Carson Shaver thought he had the pick. He's going to call him out of bounds. I'll tell you, that was a hard angle to see over there. I think he might have still been bobbling the ball as he caught it and went out of bounds. Actually, I think that right leg might have already been out of bounds when he made the grab. I think, again, you only have to have one foot down in high school football, but you can't already have had a foot out of bounds before that foot comes down. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Vikings again going to go trips near side. Got Torrin Miller in the tight end position far side. Got one back in the backfield with Heitschmidt. Turns and looks, being pressured, throws the ball. He's going to throw that one away. Throws it near Kyler Ringle-Crooms.
That time he didn't have anybody open. No. A wise decision to go ahead and throw that one out of bounds, stop the clock, and reset.
Quick pressure back there that time. I think the pressure was from number 33. That was Jimmy Gardner. We've called his name a lot tonight. Hayes going to call a timeout now as well. Let's keep it here one more time. These timeouts are happening right back and forth. We want to remind you, too, if you haven't joined us or if you want to join us next week, live.smokyvalley.org. Mike Rose, again, fantastic job that he, I would say, and his crew do. We may have to have a little help next week. I think Mike's going to be off watching a little bit of volleyball next week as well. Also want to remind you can stream today's broadcast on your phone with the Ad Astra Radio app powered by Nextech Wireless. The latest phones and devices at the best prices, Nextech Wireless. Reminder, we're going to have the People's Bank and Trust player of the game after the game as well. I'll try to catch you up on a few scores if I've got any out here. Looks like Inman is 8-0 over Trinity with 3:14 left in the fourth. Heston 21, Halstead 14, that's the end of 3. Bueller 21, Mulvane 0, that's in the fourth. Iola 16, Baldwin 6, that's in the third. And Beloit over Lions 38-6, that's in the third. That update brought to you by McPherson Dental Care, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch. Heitschmidt back to throw again, rolling to the near side, backing up all the way to the 50, throws behind Torrin Miller. He's getting a lot of pressure back there and continues to have to move backwards on each of these throws and just hasn't quite had an option to throw to. That's going to bring up, or that was 4th down. No, that was 3rd down. That'll bring up 4th down. Is that right?
Yes, it'll be 4th down and 10 on the 36-yard line, even though the scoreboard here says first down.
Hey, it's opening day. It's opening day. We're all getting back in the rhythm again, making sure we know what's going on. Inman now leads 15-0 over Trinity Catholic, 1:26 left in the fourth. Heitschmidt back to pass. 2 receivers either side. Going to throw quickly. Has a man. Christian Ryan catches the ball right at the sticks. They're going to mark it right at the 26-yard line. I think it's going to be enough for a first down. And it is. Nice job by Christian Ryan of sticking the feet over there, and a beautiful quick pass. Just a little hook pattern over there to Christian. Had the defender playing off deep, expecting they don't want to give up anything in the end zone, and Ryan makes a nice catch. That's going to be first down. We're going to have timeout Larned on the play. Let's go ahead and send it back to the studios for a 30-second break, and we'll be back with the end of this game right after this message.
What makes Scooter's coffee amazing? Maybe it's our espresso drinks.
almost every play except the Statue of Liberty play to Gavin Stanbaugh that picked up the first down. So a lot of incompletions and a lot of timeouts. I have 0 timeouts for both teams at this point in time. They've used them all. Dubs either side right now for Heitschmidt in the shotgun. He's going to roll to the near side. Looking deep, throwing just off the outstretched hands of Torrin Miller. I tell you, number 33 was there again. We've called his name a lot. Jimmy Gardner had an opportunity at that one, but it falls incomplete. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Again, nice catch on the sideline that time by Christian Ryan on 4th down to give the Vikings a first down. Nice crowd tonight. Some hoodies out there, too. The 70-degree temperature. We have actually hit 70 for opening night. Doesn't happen very often. This time under center, high formation behind Heitschmidt. Ball comes loose. He has to get on the ground and get it. It's going to end up being 3rd and 13. I think he lost 3 on the play. 10th play of the drive for the Vikings. Again, started on their own 48. They're sitting now at the 29-yard line. Trying to get a score in the end zone. We're nearing the 2-minute mark, 2:13 and counting. Down by 12, 36-24. Christian Ryan back in the game. Ryan's going to go to the far side. They're going to have a high formation behind Heitschmidt. Tight end or slot back on the near side is going to be Jack Opat. Heitschmidt under center is going to be a toss to Stanbaugh. Looking for some blockers. Did not get him there. Beautiful play of that time by number 26.
Cooper Rasmussen.
Yeah, Cooper Rasmussen fought off the blocker and was able to make the play. Got around Jack Opat out there. That's going to bring up 4th and 11. So picked up a couple of yards, but it's going to bring up a big 4th down play here if the Vikings want to keep this drive alive. 1:30 and counting. Some substitutions for Larned, trying to get guys in and out. If the Vikings can get the ball snapped in time, they're going to get a 5-yard penalty. Couldn't quite get it in time. Heitschmidt rolls to the far side being chased, and he's going to be sacked. Great play there by Cole Glazier. David Cole Glazier came from the near side to the far side, chases down Heitschmidt, and he's going to be tackled back at around the 30.
I believe the 34. I believe that's his first sack for Larned tonight as well. Cole Glazier coming up from his linebacker spot, coming up and securing the sack.
So Larned takes over after the Vikings had 12 plays on that drive but couldn't come up with anything. Of course, they were really trying to push that ball down the field via the pass, and Larned just kind of set their ears back and just made sure they didn't hit anything deep. So Larned gets the stop. They're going to take a knee. Again, neither team has a timeout left, and that should probably do it here after just a couple of snaps. Play clock winds. It's already down to 34, 33. We have 1:05 left in the contest. So a shootout in the first half, 30-16. Only 2 scores in that second half. An interception by Larned, taken to the house by number 10, Mason Miller, a 22-yard interception. And then an 11-yard pass from Heitschmidt to Jack Opat in that fourth quarter as well. Gives the Vikings a score. Another knee by Larned. And that should be the last one as we're under 30. Play clock resets to 37. And so opening night for the Vikings goes in the books here with Larned winning 36-24. We'll be back with your post-game show here in Lindsborg after this timeout from Ad Astra Radio.
Family myself, I know how important managing expenses are. If you are thinking about shopping your family's insurance, let us do the shopping for you with our newly expanded markets and carriers. As an independent agency, we've been saving families across Kansas for the past 50 years. Check out RaleighInsurance.biz, see me in Little River, or stop by Raleigh Insurance in Inman or Lyons today.
Since 1965, your choice for home, auto, farm, and commercial insurance. Raleigh Insurance.
When it comes to your personal banking, it should be, well, personal. That's how we do business at the Farmers State Bank. Farmers State Bank combines personal service with the modern convenience of advanced technology. Visit any one of our locations in Galva, Lindsborg, or McPherson and see how we take service. Very personal.
The Bradbury Company, headquartered in Mound Ridge, is a family-owned custom equipment builder, and they're hiring qualified candidates for manufacturing roles. Apply online at BradburyGroup.com. The Bradbury Company, wishing the best of luck to all the teams.
Beat the spring rush and get your lawn and garden equipment serviced this winter. Hi, this is Jason with Hometown Outdoor Power. Ensure you seize this chance to provide your equipment with the care it deserves, along with unbeatable savings like half-price pickup and delivery. Contact your local store for more details. Hometown Outdoor Power has 3 convenient locations in McPherson, Salina, and Minneapolis. Hometown Outdoor Power, your hometown partner in the outdoor power world.
It's true. You see the APAC Kansas Incorporated Shears Division name on big construction equipment on many of the largest highway projects in Kansas. But Shears wants you to know they have smaller equipment for smaller jobs, like your residential driveway, parking lot, or other paving projects, asphalt or concrete. And the other great thing, they take the same care and pride in your job as they take in every project. For more information and a no-obligation estimate, call APAC Kansas Incorporated Shears Division at 662-2112.
Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
And welcome back to the Midway Motors broadcast booth here at Ted Kessinger Family Stadium, Lindstrom Brothers Field. Vikings fall in their home opener tonight, 36-24 to Larned, joined by assistant coach James Henderson, starting his 48th, 56th, 78th year. One of those two.
37.
So, James, good to have you here. Quite a battle tonight.
Yeah, so proud of our kids' fight in the second half, especially. We fought. We did not give up. We fought and fought every down, every play. We did some really unsound. Made some big unsound plays on defense. That hopefully we'll learn from. Just got ourselves out of position. Really not smart football. And you know, when we get our kids to do what we want them to do, the way we want them to do it, you know, we played pretty good defense. I was proud of our we didn't allow a score in the second half. Their score was that pick six, and we shut them out in the second half, and really pleased with that. So, you know, you can't fault our fight. Gavin ran really hard tonight. I'm sure he had over 100 yards. I don't know if he had 200 yards. Had 155. Yeah, he ran the ball really hard tonight. At times we blocked really well. And other times we didn't, but that can happen. They had a big front, huge front. And so, you know, they presented us some challenge. The quarterback is just really dandy, really good runner. You have to play his cutback ability, and we weren't playing his cutback ability in that first half. And you know, the game's over. In hindsight, you know, we get one stop in the first half, and we got quite a finish to this ball game. Ty threw the ball really well, and our receivers caught the ball and made some big catches.
Great catch by Kyler Ringle Cruz at the back of the end zone.
Kyler Ringle, you know, Christian Ryan, and contested catches under pressure with guys, you know, near him, and Ty put it on the money, and we caught the ball. So that dynamic to be able to stretch the field and throw the ball is going to help us down the road.
Yeah, like I said, you know, you had a young team last year, and a lot of those guys are back this year now, and so it was really, I agree with you. I mean, there were some big plays on both sides. There just came to be some plays that was just like, you just didn't know what was going to happen, and all of a sudden it was explosive. But to turn that around in the second half, like you said, and the defense just really, that stop down at the 1 yard line was big. I mean, that's a huge thing, I think, from a defensive perspective. Your kids were hungry tonight. I thought that was fun to see.
Yeah, they were. We have to. We're coming off a 1-8 season, and we just got to keep working at them, building confidence and understanding that that they can be a good football team, and they can win games. And so I think we took a step forward in the second half for sure defensively, and our threat to throw the ball down the field is going to help us. I really think it's going to help us. But, we got a lot of things to work on. Hopefully, we're one of those teams like everybody thinks they should be, where the improvement from week 1 to week 2 is the biggest step you take in the season. And I thought we defensively took a big step in the second half.
I agree.
So, really, really positive about that.
I know it's early.
Yeah.
And early in the year, we worry about ourselves. Any thoughts on Belle Plaine coming up next week?
I know nothing about them.
That's
I
kinda
haven't even looked to see what their record was last year.
I wrote that down today. I want to say it was either 2 or 3 wins, but I didn't look to see who those wins were against. So I know this is a new one on our schedule and got to be an interesting one to look at as time goes on.
Yes. I'll know more about 11 o'clock in the morning after we break them down.
I didn't figure you'd know much, but I would be remiss if I didn't ask that question.
Yeah. Try not to look too far ahead. One of the great aspects of this team is we have a tremendous number of athletes that made a great commitment to the weight room, and we feel like we are strong enough physically to play with teams. That's their commitment, and they're still getting in there every day and showing up in the mornings and taking the weight classes, and we've got that. They're drinking that Kool-Aid, and we're really, really pleased with the progress that they've made in the weight room and how excited they are about lifting. And they've practiced really well. This is a great group of kids. As coaches, we want to see them be successful. We had a tough go last year, and they kept fighting, and they were a dream to work with in a situation where we go 1-8. And again, they've been great kids to work with and to coach again, and they deserve to be successful. But you got to go out on the field and do it.
Yep.
And so, I think next week's going to be a great opportunity for us, and hopefully our kids will take advantage of it.
Well, best of luck Monday with the JV game as well, and then we'll look forward to seeing this Viking team next Friday. I know as a competitor, I'd like to get the win, but as a coach, there were a lot of positives tonight.
We have a lot of great things that we can build on. Thank you. Appreciate it. Good luck with the volleyball. I know you do a great job with that, and I appreciate you guys carrying the games and what you do for us and us coaches and our players. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. We'll go ahead and send it back to the studios for another break, and then we'll come back and get some recaps of the scoring and also some stats here for the night as well. Again, the final here at Ted Kessinger Family Stadium, Larned 36, Smoky Valley 24. We'll be back after this break.
More of the Viking Locker Room Show is next. Stay tuned as we name tonight's play and player of the game. Viking football is streaming online at adastraradio.com and on the Ad Astra Radio app.
Hi friends, this is Dana Sammer from the Alliance Agency. One type of insurance all seniors should consider is final expense. Did you know the average cost of a traditional funeral service in stone can be $15,000 or more? Is that an expense you want your spouse or children to incur? Final expense policies provide coverage from day one, level premium, and cannot be canceled due to age or health, all at an affordable premium. Call me at 245-4861 to discuss a final expense policy for you, and thank you.
The Bethany College Athletic Department strives to educate, develop, and challenge its students. Bethany Swedes connect with the community, develop key character traits, maintain healthy, mental, spiritual, and physical lifestyles while leading lives of faith, learning, and service. Bethany College belongs to the NAIA and a member of the KCAC with teams in 22 sports in the fall, winter, and spring. For a complete schedule of events, go to BethanySwedes.com. Integrity, hospitality, community, excellence, Bethany College.
Get the most out of your wireless service with NextTech Wireless. Get unlimited talk and text with 22 gigabytes of high-speed data for $25 a month. And that's not all. We have all the latest devices and a team who will help you every step of the way. Get a device on us with no contract. NextTech Wireless. Home on the range.
Headed down to Brown Shoe Fit. Gonna get some shoes that fit. When shoes have to fit, Brown's Shoe Fit.
Brown Shoe Fit in downtown McPherson, offering a wide selection of brand name shoes for the entire family. When it has to fit, Brown Shoe Fit, downtown McPherson.
Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
And welcome back to the Viking Locker Room Show from the Midway Motors broadcast booth on Smoky Hills Rock 95.5. Again, Doug Schneider here with Jason Schneider. The Vikings lose the home opener, season opener, 36-24 tonight, but certainly a competitive game. We'll cover the recap of the scoring. Vikings a 3-and-out to open the game. Larned takes over on the Vikings side of the field on the 48. They go 10 plays, 48 yards in 5 minutes and 17 seconds. A 5-yard run from Rasmussen. Again, that Rasmussen there is Dalen Rasmussen for the score. The 2-point conversion by Shaver on the run, and they took the 8-0 lead early on the ensuing kickoff. A fumble on the return by Andrew Lockard left Larned at the 23-yard line. They go 7 plays, 23 yards in 4 minutes and 2 seconds. Carson Shaver, the 1-yard plunge for the score. The 2-point conversion was no good, 14-0 Larned. Vikings then go down the field in 10 plays, 70 yards, 3 minutes and 46 seconds. Christian Ryan catches a 19-yard pass from Ty Heitschmidt, and the Vikings get the 2-point conversion and trail 14-8, the closest they were the rest of the game. Larned on their ensuing drive goes from the Viking 13 after a big kickoff return by Cole Glazier, set him up in perfect situation. They go 5 plays, 13 yards in 2 minutes and 6 seconds. Shaver had a 9-yard run. Cole Glazier finished it with the 2-point conversion, and that put them up 22-8. We weren't done. It was a busy first half. Still in the second quarter, at the 1:29 mark, Larned, after getting a turnover on downs, goes 3 plays, 67 yards, a 74-yard run by Carson Shaver after a sack, ends up giving them another score, and then a 2-point conversion was good on a run by number 33. That was Jimmy Gardner, and that put him up 30-8. It looked like it was the half. Vikings took over on their 41. Only 45 seconds left to play. An interesting little late hit / extracurricular penalty on the side ends up moving the Vikings up the field, and then a 28-yard pass from Heitschmidt to Kyler Ringo-Crooms in the deep corner of the end zone is good. A quick little pass to Christian Ryan for the 2-point conversion, and the Vikings found themselves in business, down 30-16. The third quarter, no scoring at all. Vikings then get their backs against the wall, get a stop at the 1. An 11-yard punt by Heitschmidt results in them taking over close to their own end zone. And it didn't matter because Heitschmidt ends up throwing an interception on the ensuing drive to number 10. That was Mason Miller, and he takes that to the house. The 2-point conversion was no good. It was 36-16. Vikings on the ensuing drive go 7 plays, 59 yards, an 11-yard pass from Heitschmidt to Jack Opat results in another touchdown, the third throwing score of the night by Heitschmidt. And the Vikings had cut the lead to the final score of the night, 36-24. Jason, some stats.
Great rushing night for Smoky Valley. As we mentioned, the offensive line did a great job blocking and a great job by the running backs carrying the ball. Just leading the way, Gavin Stambaugh, 21 carries, 155 yards rushing. Zeke Baker, 12 carries for 35 yards. And Jack Opat, 4 carries for 2 yards as well. Passing, Ty Heitschmidt with 7 for 21 with 94 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception for Heitschmidt, which last season Heitschmidt had 203 passing yards and 1 touchdown, so he tripled his output this year for touchdowns with the the 3 touchdowns. Receiving, Christian Ryan, 2 catches for 29 yards and a touchdown. Kyler Ringle-Crooms, 1 catch, 28 yards, 1 touchdown there in the deep corner of the end zone. Torrin Miller, 2 catches for 20 yards, and Jack Opat with 1 catch, 14 yards, and 1 touchdown. Leading the way defensively, Andrew Lockard with 8 tackles, Zeke Baker, 6 tackles, Gio Louise, 5 tackles, 1 sack, Jack Opat with 4.5 tackles there as well.
So again, quite a night for the Vikings, and that leads us to our player of the game. Player of the game tonight sponsored by People's Bank and Trust. Put the experience of People's Bank and Trust to work for your family. Community banking at its best. On the Viking side?
I'm just going to throw out a couple of names, and I'll let you pick one of them. Defensively, I think Gio Louise, great job getting into the backfield several times. 1 sack there included. Andrew Lockard, defensively to start the second half, came out with, I think, 3 straight tackles. Ended up the night with 8 tackles. And then offensively, Gavin Stanbaugh with 155 yards rushing the football, and you have Heitschmidt there with 3 touchdowns as well passing. So who you want to pick out of those 4?
I tell you, that does make it a really difficult thing. You've got 155 yards by Stanbaugh. You got the 3 touchdown throws by Heitschmidt, and you've got that great defensive presence there by, like you mentioned, and we could throw out a number of names. Gio Luis, Zeke Baker, we called his name numerous times. Andrew Lockard had a number of big plays, had an opportunity for a few interceptions as well.
Elliott coming
up with the turnover as well, and Christian Ryan covered the one up on a Jack Opat strip as well. So good to see the Vikings force some turnovers. You know, I'm gonna sway with my heart a little bit on this one, and I'm gonna go with Ty Heitschmidt. You know, he sat out a large chunk of last year, comes back in here in a predominantly running offense, and has a really good night. I know you said 7 of 21. How many yards?
I think he ended up with 94 yards passing.
So 7 of 21, 94 yards, but timely passes and catches. Again, touchdowns to Christian Ryan, touchdown to Kyler Ringle-Crooms, and a touchdown to Jack Opat. So like you said, had 1 touchdown pass last year, right? And had 3 touchdowns tonight. I'm going to go with Ty Heitschmidt. He is our People's Bank and Trust player of the game tonight. So we've got one more break to throw in, and then we'll wrap up tonight. So we'll send it back to the studios and be back with a little bit more Viking postgame show here on 95.5.
Find exclusive Viking content online at AdAstraRadio.com, including schedules, stories, and game day audio. Your home for Viking football, Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
Fall is a magical time of year where cozy is the key. Sister Bojangles invites you in for the coziest home accents and candles to fill your space with warm fall smells. We have cozy accents for you and your home at Sister Bojangles, downtown Lynchburg.
Since 1951, Headland Electric Incorporated has been serving McPherson and the surrounding areas with top-quality electrical services, including new construction, remodels, and routine maintenance. Our family and locally owned business responds to your inquiries and provides estimates within 24 hours. Call us for a free quote at 620-241-3757 or visit our website at www.headlandelectricinc.com.
Here's a bright idea. Internet should be fast and reliable. That's why IdeaTech is connecting towns and neighborhoods with modern fiber internet. Modern, fast, reliable internet. Another bright idea from IdeaTech. Find your plan today at ideatech.com. Here's a bright idea. The internet should work. That's why IdeaTech is building modern fiber networks across Kansas. Internet that just works. Another bright idea from IdeaTech. Find your plan at ideatech.com.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services has served the unique needs of the ag industry. We get to know you and your operation, providing coverage for your farm, ranch, machinery, crops, livestock, and so much more. Find out why we've been the #1 ag insurer for 25 years. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Call Farm Bureau Agent Luke Bauer in McPherson at 620-241-0225.
#1 ag insurer across our territory. 1996 to 2021 SNL PNC Group Direct Written Premium.
Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
And welcome back to the Midway Motors broadcast booth in the Viking Locker Room show. Doug Schneider joined by Jason Schneider here. Of course, Aaron back helping us in the studios. So a recap of this first night. Vikings did some really good things. Come up on the losing end of the scoreboard, but what a night.
I think Coach Henderson said it best. This team's going to play hard. They're going to play hard every single possession out there. You have some very talented athletes. Last season, 1-8. This season, I think you're going to see a big time improvement. I think you're going to see a tremendous effort and a lot of, like I said, talent on the field. Put that together, get some points on the board, and I encourage everybody that's listening to come out September 13th, next Friday, for the home game against Belle Plaine. Support these young men here in Lindsborg, and it was a great game to watch. Fun, exciting atmosphere here, and I think you're going to see a lot of that for the rest of the season.
I agree. Thanks again to Mike Rose tonight for covering us here on live.smokyvalley.org. Thanks to everybody out there. You're going to miss me the next couple of weeks and have some other things lined up, so we'll either have Dalton Estep or somebody else in with us over the course of the next 2 or 3 weeks. You mentioned it, Belle Plaine next week on Friday, right here, Ted Kessinger Family Stadium. Tuesday, home volleyball here in town. Get the opportunity for the first time in the month of September to see that volleyball squad, JV and Varsity, be playing at the high school. Home tennis this week as well. So, again, on behalf of myself, Jason, Mike Rose, Aaron back at the studios, and all of the Ad Astra family, thanks for joining us tonight, and we'll see you again next week for Smoky Valley Viking football on Ad Astra Radio 95.5, The Rock.